Welcome to BTM Reviews, where we talk about the news. Got the scoop you need to hear. Stay a while, join the cheer. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Pour the bourbon, let it flow. Talking drinks you need to know. Whiskey's aged and barrels old. Stories told in glasses full. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Toys and gadgets, playtime fun. From old school to brand new ones. Action figures, cars that zoom. Fill your heart and light the room. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Movies, flicks on silver screens. Drama, action, fill your dreams. Real to real, the stories told. Lights and camera, new and old. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Movies, flicks on silver screens. Drama, action, fill your dreams. Real to real, the stories told. Lights and camera, new and old. Super chat me, let's go live. Feel the buzz, come take a dive. Super chat me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today.
Hey, what's up, chat? This is Dave with BTM Reviews. Sorry about that. I got a call like right at 5:57 from a customer, so gotta pay the bills. But sorry about that. But anyway, first thing I want to say is it's a good Wednesday. It's day 3 of my hostage situation, and I don't think my wife wants to pay the ransom because I'm still here in a damn hotel. So this should be the last night this week, unless somebody calls me tomorrow and says they need me down here again Friday. Yeah, I could have went home. It's a 4.5-hour drive home. Then get up tomorrow morning at 5. Drive back another 4.5 hours to be in the same place. That just doesn't make sense. So I decided to stay again. Good thing I did, because during the day I got some calls from people down here and they wanted to see me. So it was good. Hey, I was talking to Jim right before the stream started, and right now I'm gonna let him finish what he's doing real quick, and I'm gonna bring him on. How you doing, Jim?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So
we got popular all of a sudden on Twitter.
Let's understand one thing first. I heard what you said. Like, they're making clips, right?
Yeah, they're pulling clips and they're putting them out there, and I don't know, like pulling clips from like a month or so ago, trying to start shit. Like this guy, I don't know, like I don't want to fight with anybody.
No.
So I don't know why they're doing this. It's like they're trying to, like, it's like that meme with the stick. they're poking like, come on, fight. I don't want to fight with anybody. Like, my opinions are my opinions. People can call me stupid, retarded. I don't care. That's not going to hurt my feelings. It's my opinions.
So you said that somebody clipped me saying that I know Sturgis's name.
Yeah, that student of God guy. And like, I know this was a while ago. Here.
Student of God? Clipped it?
Yeah. Yeah, student of God. He's been clipping a bunch of stuff, and
That's funny because, like, let's see. He where the hell is it at? Oh, so he was it him? Student of God followed me on Twitter this week.
yeah, he followed me on Twitter the other day too. Probably just, I don't know. You know what?
So is he a July guy? What is,
And he's a.
I thought that was hell of a lore.
I think student of God is a war campaign guy.
Oh, okay. Low Watermark says, I've been in some of those clips. Fun. How you doing, Low Watermark? Mr. J. Bama, how are you, man?
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna burn it all down. She should be in. Where's your husband? Yeah, sorry.
Oh my God. Let me get. I think I know who that impression was. Are you a very talented
PFC Wiggle reporting for Dirty?
Yeah. I don't want these perverts in my universe. Why would I want these pedophiles around me? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
So-
Student of God is, I believe he's either former war campaign or he's an employee for Ripperverse, something like that.
Who cares?
Exactly. I mean, like, it's these guys. It's like I think Katie sent over a stream where, like, where he was like, Wiggle. It's I think Roe has left war campaign, and I guess Wiggle is their new champion.
I don't know. Like they've been posting these like receipts, they call them, for Ethan, and I'm like, dude, that's not a receipt that shows anything. He didn't ask for any nudes. Like, what the fuck are you saying? I'm like, it says, rumor is you guys have rumor is there's nudes of this person floating around. I'm surely you guys have them, like, because someone was saying they were going to expose them or saying they saw it or something, and that's all he said. He didn't say he wants to see them or where he's just asking a question.
They have been pulling these same messages for the last 4 years.
Okay, but I'm like, that's not a receipt of anything.
No, it's not. And it's
Like, well, what about this person, Katie, or not Katie? I'm sorry, not Katie.
Maggie?
About Mandy. And I'm
yeah,
like, I'm like, whatever fucking Mandy did is none of my business. I don't give a fuck.
It's a big nothing burger. It really is. It's the same crap. It's kind of like it's kind of like when you're watching a football game and you're like, oh, okay, they ran it twice. Oh, they're gonna run it again. They're gonna run it again. They're gonna run it again. Like they only have one move.
And then they think it's some kind of big win or like a score or a burn because someone doesn't know every detail of every bit of lore of retardation that's been going on the past 4 or 5 years. I even said, I was like, there's a whole fucking world out there off the internet that people live in. I'm like, I would need a whole fucking way more string to fucking put these lines together to find the fucking path of craziness.
They don't even know the path, dude. They're just making it up as they go along.
Well, you got to understand the mastermind behind all this mental incapability. It's Pan. Come on, it's Pan. He it's hysterical. Like he got so butthurt when Cecil like put him in his place, John put him in his place, Ethan put him in his place on stream. It was on stream, and he got embarrassed in front of everybody. And he just hasn't let it go, and he will continue. And for some reason, Wiggle, who used to hate us or used to be his friend, then he started hating his guts, and then now he's his friend again. It shows you their level. Yes,
Kind of like Matt with Ethan, right? Like Matt likes Ethan, doesn't like Ethan, likes Ethan again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really kind of
Emotional.
fucked up because
it's like emotional problems. That's what it is.
So before we get into all this stupid shit that I'm sure we're going to get into, I've been working on this review of Godlike for several hours today. I made this stinger.
wow, Jim.
That's pretty cool. That's
How long did
trippy.
that take?
I don't want to say.
Did you finish recording it yet? The actual
It's all
review?
recorded. I'm just editing right now. I'm just editing. The video's all recorded. I'm just editing. It takes way longer to edit one of these fucking videos than it does to record them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's probably going to be like the same. Like I'm trying to keep them like 4 or 5 minutes. You
That's a
know,
good-
for a
that's a
review.
good
It's not, you know, anything longer. And like I even said, like I don't want to give too much away in a book because then you're kind of basically giving the book away for free. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Make
Was
people
this
buy
one
it.
long enough for you, Jim, as compared to the Red Riding Hood or Black Riding Hood?
this book is a full book. It's a full story. Black Riding Hood was just like a short. I think. I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't say think. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be part of the Cool Story Bro for the Red.
It is.
It is.
It is.
And then it got released because that got delayed or whatever. But like I would like to see Black Riding Hood be an actual comic book that he does a run of, maybe 5, 6 issues, 10 issues or something.
I think he is.
I would buy it. I mean, I think it's great. So it's just not long enough. Like I got the book and I'm reading it, and then I was like, I got halfway through and I'm like, oh wait, this is all just black and white pencils now. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I want more. So, what's wrong, Jay?
No, I'm just my inner wiggle is coming out.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they have something for that.
Cialis. No, I'm sorry.
It's funny, Jim. Like we do a couple of shows and we talk about Matt Barr, and now they're making video of us about us talking about.
I don't. You know what? I've always said that I thought Matt was a good artist, and I just think he just sometimes he goes. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know why he freaks out on people.
What is it?
Because he's not part of the big boy group anymore, buddy.
You know,
No, he was doing this when he was part of the big boy group.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This bad?
Yes. Well, I mean, like this stuff, like I think Ethan was reading DMs and stuff. Like I guess PTP. Wow, it's funny how, it's funny how all this stuff is all tied to him. Yeah, I have spent many messages talking Matt down from doing stuff like he's doing, and it just got to the point where I was just like, okay, I can't anymore. I can't.
Yeah, he's
I
not
can't.
listening, right? Yeah, because he's smarter than everybody, Jay.
I don't know. I guess there's going to be a video in 2 days about somebody named Rokada.
Did you see that tweet?
Is that like, is he talking about Ro or is he talking about Nick Rokada? I don't understand it because he used the two words kind of together, and so it's kind of confusing.
Well, maybe that's maybe it is about Roe, and he's just using the kind of like the similarity to Ricada to get some more views.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I see EBS?
But now they'll say that I don't know anything because I just said it. Is he talking about this person? Like they said, I don't know anything about comics because I said that I was pretty sure that Wolverine's origin story was actually told before the actual origin story run. And it was told in Wolverine 25, which was like just over 2 years into the initial run. So I don't know, like I've bought comics since I was 10 years old. So I'm not an encyclopedia of fucking comic knowledge. I'm not like that. I read them and I stick them in a box.
What letter are we talking? What letter? When did this happen? EBS read
What?
PTP letter?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was last night on Trashcast. He virtually buried all of them, and he vindicated Katie. So it's very funny because he did the same thing to War Campaign. He did the same thing to the Dungeoneers, like all the stupid gay ops, all the stupid DM crap, all the stupid.
Well, according to Matt Barr, Dungeoneers isn't real.
What are you talking about? He was all championing all that stuff when it was like in his favor.
We watched the video last night, Jim, and he said that's just some made up shit that Ethan's talking about, saying that people are masturbating in a chair, and they were just at a bar having a good time. But the actual name of it's the dungeon, dude, or the whatever, and there's a dungeon in it. And Jim even pulled up the place. He's like, "What are you talking about, man? It's called the dungeon in this place."
There are streams, countless. No, I mean, there's a bunch of streams where Matt Barr is on, and he is sitting there making fun of it, talking about it being disgusting and everything.
Not anymore. Ethan made it up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly, I just want everyone to stop fighting. I really do.
You want peace and love, yes.
Just laugh. That's all you can do is just laugh at it. I mean,
yeah, you can't. It doesn't affect me at all, dude. It's just funny to watch.
But that's the thing. That's what we should be able to do is just point at everyone. Like people can point at me and laugh when I say something retarded or stupid. I don't give a fuck. That's the internet. That's life. It doesn't bother me.
Right. Same with Jay. Right, Jay?
That's all you can do.
Yeah. You can't fight it, dude. Matt's inviting me on his show to fucking destroy me.
He wants your clout.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, he wants my clout. He wants my clout.
Well, what happened was I think there was they had some dude. I forgot his name, but the dude was just calling them out, and they were speechless. Like he was. I can't remember his name. But it was on last night's Trash Cast where he was just.
Oh, that's who we had. That's who we EFAP last week.
That was you guys? Okay.
Yeah, that's why Matt was challenging me to go on his show last week. I'm like, dude, I don't want to go on your show. I just saw how you treated that guy. You asked him a question. You never fucking let him talk. And this
was a different guy. This is a different guy. This guy slammed them. Like they didn't have a word. They couldn't answer. Maybe because he was a black guy.
Oh, was it Ruby?
I think it may have been Ruby. Yeah, it was a black guy.
Oh, I saw that where he was on a side panel, right? Like, okay, yeah, like I saw that. Yeah,
that Ruby King?
Carbon Heart's the one they wouldn't let talk, dude.
Yeah, that one's the one that was ridiculous. Like they tried to gang up on him. Yeah,
and it was Ruby before or after Carbon Heart.
I think it was after, but I don't watch it. I really don't. It's whenever Katie posts a clip or Ethan watches on Trashcast, that's when I catch it, and I'm just like, I just shake my head like crazy.
Yeah. The only reason we did that last week is because that's the video that Matt struck Katie's channel with.
Yeah.
So that's why we did it, because she told us Tuesday night that this happened. I said, send it to me. I'll play that sumbitch. And we EFAP that hour video for like 3.5 hours because they are infuriating, dude. I mean, they're really infuriating. That Wiggle guy is so unlikable. It's not even funny. Two sentences out of his.
He used to be likable. Yeah.
Dude, 2 sentences out of his mouth. And I think this guy does not have an original thought.
No.
He's just playing to be nice or be part of the group. Like, oh, my boy Matt says these guys are pedophiles. So guess what? They're all pedophiles, and that, and they kept trying to say to this guy Carbon Heart, hey man, you're part of CG. You got your membership or something. Like I don't understand what that means. I mean, nobody's got like this membership dues. I couldn't understand what they were trying to say. Like, dude, you guys make comic books, people buy them. What the fuck are you talking about? Not everybody in the same. You think everybody at Apple that works in the same building gets along? Nope. But they do their shit and they move on. So, and then Matt kept talking about last night in his stream that he's been in more CG books than anybody. But then we found out he's a communist. You understand that he's a communist, dude.
Really?
Well, I don't know if he's a.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
what he said didn't make a lot of sense. That people should be given their, doing covers for other people for free. That Ethan should be doing covers for small creators to help them and
It's
doing
not
cards
about the
for them. And I was
money.
like, what?
It's about bringing up everybody up to the same level. That's communism, dude. If
It's
he says,
equity, right?
they say, hey man, how much for a cover? He says, whatever you can pay, man. So what does that do to all the creators that want to pay real money or want to get paid real money? You're driving their market down, Matt. So it's just
I would like sold. Here's the dollar.
why would
I'd buy
I don't
that
even
for
know
a
who
dollar.
I don't even know who War Campaign is. Is it a
War
person?
No,
is it a
no. War
thing?
Campaign. Pan in the you hear him in a lot of the videos. I haven't looked to see what his latest avatar is, but he's got like 15 alt accounts on Twitter. But his main account was like was Pan Boys some Pan Boy Dong Lover or something. It was just a take on Star Wars. They were in original. They were in CG before I got here. I got in mid 2019. They were like all the way in the beginning, and the same behavior that they're exhibiting now, they were doing it then.
Oh, I just don't know who it is. I mean,
And no, he's an idiot. He is a complete idiot, and they've done these like the tactics they're going after Katie. They did the same thing with Mandy.
so what are they? Are they Matt Barr backers? Is that why they're mad at me? Because we
No,
talk about Matt Barr?
Matt is the biggest like person who has any kind of Comicsgate credibility
To
now
talk to them?
that is endorsing them. And I think they got Camel Moon on their side now. But you like that thing that you were talking about, he's a communist and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who say that are the people that the chat has virtually rejected.
Gotcha.
That it's and this is the thing is they always blame Ethan for pushing them away or kicking them out and stuff. No, it was us because like they started with that stuff with Anna and we're like, okay, it's enough's enough. And we put he just got in Ethan was the last one to say, okay, enough. And then they started going in on Mandy and they hounded. I mean, they were just going after Mandy relentlessly for what, 2 years, maybe?
Yeah. Ever since I started, Mandy was always like getting called out and having to defend. Yeah. Always on the defensive.
And you know why? When Malin got his channel struck, because Ethan played a what is it, Charlie SCX or whatever, that pop artist played a song or a video or something and he couldn't stream for like 3 months. Mandy, very wisely, very smart, she went and had him over to her channel and she hosted his live streams from her channel. And I'm like, that's genius, Mandy.
YouTube allows that, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't on his channel, so he just was a guest on hers, and they did
what you can't do is like if like they couldn't call couldn't call it like the same names Malin called his streams. If you called it the same exact name, it could get you in trouble because you're basically bypassing the suspension then. But as long as you call it something else,
right? Yeah, y'all would know more about that than me, but it's like as soon as that happened, that's when it seemed like that's when they started after Mandy. And then after Mandy, it's just like, okay, who's next? Who's next for their weird obsession? And it's almost always women.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And if you're not a woman, you're a pedo.
Yeah.
Like everybody's a pedo now.
Right.
Or a pedo supporter. Like, you brought pedos into my community. How can I support this community? Blah, 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 blah. But that guy Wiggles streamed with the convicted rapist.
Yes. And
for years.
What, Vic King?
I don't know who the fucking guy is. They were talking about it in the chat.
Yeah, well, I know Vic King was like sent to jail for something underage or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't I if you give me creepy vibes, I stay away from you, and I just don't even interact with you. But but yeah, that's another thing that kind of like got triggered them to go off the deep end. But you were talking about like the moral police, right?
Mm,
And
yes.
Matt Barr's talking about, oh, I'm going to clean it up. Katie did this. Oh, Mint Salad did this. He drew an entire book for Zach, and wasn't Zach in the background of a porno at one point, sometime? Isn't there video of him being involved on a porno shoot?
I don't know.
I'm like, okay, where's your outrage? Was your outrage back then for Zach? I mean, come on. They have no. What do you want to say? They have no.
They have
No consistency in their arguments. No consistency in their morals. They're jokes. They're goofs.
It's like it's just like the whole Dungeoneer thing. They're consenting adults. I don't give a fuck what they do. I really don't.
Right.
The point was, it was funny, and Ethan was laughing about it. He wasn't calling them degenerates. He wasn't saying anything except for, "Holy shit, this is what you guys did down there." So
well, that's what we like. Okay, that's what we did. Like, because I was there, and everyone changed their mind on going. And you could tell all the people who really wanted to go, because all of a sudden they showed up in like quasi goth gear, and and then everyone decided, oh, okay, well, we're not gonna go. And then people were like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna go. And then Cecil walks down, and Cecil's like, oh yeah, we're going. And like everyone goes, and it was like, hey, you going? You and your wife going? I'm like, nah, because I knew better. I knew about that place.
Well, you also knew, like, if PTP's around, he's going to say something, right? He's going to hold it. He's going to hold it over your head somehow. Well, you're a part of it. You're a part of it. So Matt was talking last night about PTP and Star Wars Girls started a rumor. What was that rumor, Jim?
Not some head injury or something.
Oh yeah, the head injury thing.
I don't know. I don't even want to talk about Anna really, because she gets upset if you mention her.
No. Don't. There's nothing. Like, I know Anna pretty well, and there's nothing that it was all one sided. It was all PTP. It was all on him. Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what Matt was saying. I mean, I don't know what they say. I don't know what people say. I'm not fucking there.
Yeah.
So what do you got pulled up, Jim?
Well, I had something. Hold on. Here we go. So this is it. It was a clip of, saying we don't know who your boy Zach is.
Kiss his ass. That's all he really wants. He just wants people to kiss his ass. I think he'd probably.
Who did Matt do Rock and Roll Ninja with?
It was
Zach.
Zach
and Chuck Dixon.
I guess creator, and then or at least has the imprint that it was done under, and then Chuck Dixon wrote it.
See, I did not hear. Why you can't hear what Nicholas was saying? I didn't hear Zach or anything.
Yeah, Zach was. It was on his. His Indiegogo.
Yeah. Well, I had actually looked at it before, but I didn't remember. So sorry, I forgot. What do you want me to kill me?
Yeah.
In my Eric July promote Rock and Roll Ninja. Chuck Dixon was doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you guys weren't paying attention to it back then, so I mean that's understandable. Like a lot of this information, like I think today, and somebody's message is like, "Oh, I was like, is Gat still involved? Is Gat still involved with that?" And someone's like, "Who's Gat?" And I'm like, "Oh gosh, I got to explain this," So, and like Gat was a part of War Campaign, and from what I understand, somebody told me that Roe and Gat have left War Campaign. I don't know. I'm just like, if they have, that's good, and they're going to be promoting their book. Okay, I'm happy for them. Okay, they have a long road to. They got to win. If they want people to buy their books, they got to win people back. So that's up to them. Well, it's just there's so much history in work comics games.
Yeah, and as somebody who wasn't really paying attention to any of this shit, there was brief things you'd hear something and you go, what? You don't.
Yeah.
It's like I remember something. I don't know something, but that's like in this clip. I said I'm like, wasn't there some kind of beef between Zach and Ethan? Maybe that's why. And that's all I said. Like, oh, so you don't know anything? I'm like, okay, I don't. But I said I don't like talking about things I don't know.
Yeah, it was sort of, you know, I think someone was in Zach's ear. Not going to say who I think it is because it doesn't really matter.
Well, here, pull it back up, Dave.
But as
Okay.
far
So
as I
that's
know, as far as I know, they're talking now.
You know,
So
You know,
that's
that's what I
between
said.
Zach and Ethan, you know. So
You know, or perhaps people don't speak about shit they aren't sure exactly what the facts are. I don't have enough red string to track all the retarded subplots and drama that somehow exists in the comic book universe. Holy fuck, you do realize there's a whole world off the internet.
Mhm.
And then, you know, Matt comes back with, you guys sound like idiots. If BTM wants to come on my show and talk to me directly, he's welcome to come on and get fucked up. Like, that's not how you get somebody to come on your show. You say, come on my show, let's talk about it. And if you want to try to fuck them up, you try. But you saying that is basically like, why would somebody come on?
and also don't talk to someone online and say something to someone online that you're not going to say if they were standing in front of you.
You know,
I don't know.
never,
I have that rule.
yeah. You know,
You
then
know what I
I
mean?
responded, you know, I never claimed I wasn't an idiot. I repeatedly say that people will call me stupid or retarded for my opinions, but they are my opinions, and they're only valid for someone who wants to validate their own views. I also think you are a very talented artist. So what does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm an
Well-
idiot.
Well, you also had to respond to him on another stream where you said, "Why does everything got to get gay?"
Oh, yeah, because he said something about lemon parties, which is this weird thing from like 20 years ago or 25 years ago on the internet. It's retarded and gay.
Well, Jim, Cecil put out his review of Rock and Roll Ninja, and he actually praised the art, and Matt went ballistic on him for praising his art. So,
Oh, here
What,
it
he
is.
said, who is Ethan or who's Cecil to judge my art? Is that what he's? That's probably his
something-
response, right?
yeah, it was something like that. Like, it was like, and Cecil's like, I was complimenting you on your
Dude.
abilities.
He was bitching last night when we were doing that, watching that stream about how he was on Ethan's show with another artist, but he played the other artist's clip before his, and he said it was a piece of shit, and then Ethan played mine. It's like, dude, if he would have played yours first and every 15 minutes, it wouldn't have been enough for you. You're just never satisfied, Matt. Nobody can win with that guy. So he's like a 16 or 14-year-old girl. It's not enough, mommy. Not enough, daddy. I need this. I need that. It's fucking horrible.
I think Shane said it best. Like, I don't know if you have a head wound or a head injury or something, but you get online and you act like you have a head injury.
Well, the funniest thing that Jim thinks he said the other day is when that bridge crashed, right,
Oh, the
Jim?
collapse.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was just, he got really upset by it. Matt got really upset by it, and it was funny. It was, I don't know why, you know. I don't know. I mean, he has a right
because
to
he
be
thinks
upset,
that
I
that's-
guess. It's
he
that
said
he
that's
took it
Matt Barr's
personally to
career.
heart.
Yeah.
So,
But that just tells you that he's watching everything Ethan says.
Oh, he is.
And
he
Ethan
and
streams
Malin
a
too.
lot. Yes, he
Yep.
streams a lot. It's like, dude, how are you paying attention to all that stuff? Don't you have a life and
Yeah,
kids and a wife and all that shit? It's unbelievable that he knows all this shit's going on around him. I don't get it. So, and another thing too, Jim, that student of God, did he even at you in those tweets, or did you just see him?
I think he was replying. I think he added me. I don't know. I don't know. It popped up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think SOG,
Oh, you followed him back, right? I didn't follow him back.
No, I didn't follow him back.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I think Student of God is either Manosex, or I think the theories were Manosex from War Campaign, or what's his name from the Ripperverse, the redheaded ginger singer guy.
Andrew?
Andrew,
No.
maybe? No, not into Andrew, the other one, Alex.
Alex.
Those are the two theories I've heard. And the thing about it may have been Student of God, I'm not sure.
It's weird why
Just,
he would be clipping us watching a Matt Barr video, though.
that's strange, but yeah, I helped one of the Rippa marks out a few months ago because like somebody doxed one of them in EVS's chat on a trash cast. And he's like, "Oh, you seem to be, the only reasonable guy in Comicsgate. Hey, someone doxed me in the chat. Can you please ask Ethan to pull this stream down and remove the chat?" And so I did. I was like, "Okay, well, just remember this, that all this crap that you're saying about us, we're not exactly what you're saying. We're actually pretty genuine guys, and whatever." 4 hours later, boom, just completely just.
Yeah,
'Cause,
they're like SJWs. They're like SJWs, dude. There's no winning with these people. There's no there you can't ever do enough, right? You can
Nope.
never do enough.
So I DM'd him. I was like, "Hey, next time, you know what? You can just, just figure this crap out on your own."
Hey,
Hope you don't-
Brickhammer, I started an hour earlier, so but just so you know, I will show you this. This is what I brought for tonight's show. Oh shit, let me get rid of that background. Let's see my shitty hotel room. None.
Wow.
So here you go. That's what I brought, Brickhammer. Some chicken cock, double oak Kentucky whiskey. Not bourbon. This is a whiskey. So the famous old brand, established in 1856. So I'm going to try that tonight. I haven't had that one before. So that'll be a fun taste. And after at 9 o'clock, I'm going to send everybody here that's still around and wants to go on Salty's show, because I'm going to be on Salty and Savage's show
Oh, okay.
for their 20th episode. So that'll be good.
Cool.
I don't want to get too lit up, but see, even the lid's a little shot glass, Jim. It's a little metal shot glass.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And like Summer Swan, it really doesn't matter to me who someone is or what they really are. As far as these people with alt accounts or whatever,
Dude,
don't they have better things to do with their time? I guess I don't know.
No, I think that's the point, right? Like,
No.
I promise you, I don't think about
they
any
wanna
of this when I'm out on my boat and enjoying the day.
Or when
I
I'm in
play
Yeah.
around, make a couple videos here and there, or do some stuff just because I'm bored. But when I've
Right.
got other things going on, I'm not on the internet.
I'm on the internet when I'm doing the show.
Yeah.
That's about it. And I just look, I've said it 1,000 times.
I've been debating taking Twitter off my phone so that I don't get on Twitter when I'm out doing stuff. If something pops up and then I say on Twitter, because it gets you mad. You're like, oh, you just want to start yelling at people on Twitter.
Really?
Sometimes.
some things though, like when
Dan, you're not supposed to say that stuff in public. We talk about these things in private, Dan.
Well, all Dan thinks about is the expanding Earth. He cannot wait for that episode. Is Dan coming on tomorrow night for that episode?
I don't know.
It's up,
It's
to Dan. It is up to Dan. I have the thumbnail for it, so we're good there. No, that's a different thumbnail. We have an
We have an
Earth.
expanding Earth thumbnail. I actually have a expanding Earth thing that does weird stuff too.
You what?
Here, I'll show you.
Is my hey chat? Is my video good tonight, or is it not as good? All right, you're penciled in, Mr. Blackroyd.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you should make a new thumbnail with your picture in there too, buddy. Woad Warrior can't make it tomorrow night because he's traveling. Is this it, Jim?
Yeah.
Thanks, Low Watermark, Kuroko TV. Dan's always invited on. All he has to do is hit me up and say, send me the link. Did you play it?
Yeah, you didn't see it?
No, I'm paying attention to the chat.
Oh, man. Yep, I played it.
Put it up again.
Right.
I know it's a long stretch.
Oh, I have to do this.
Oh yeah, you showed us that. No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we showed it before.
yeah, that's cool. But you can't make that a thumbnail.
Well, no, I have the thumbnail too.
But what you could do is send that to me, And then since that's the topic of the show, when I do my Theory Thursdays intro, I could put that at the end.
Okay.
So like this is the topic. So yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be good.
Yeah, for Rumble, Rumble has a placeholder video that plays while people are waiting for the stream to start. So I put those things I make up, those short clips in there. That way it plays something besides just my face or whatever. Otherwise, it just plays your avatar with just stupid music.
I have an old 5-minute intro that I throw in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so not all the time, no, because they say you don't have to have it.
Yeah, but you don't really want that long of an intro. You just, and for Rumble, because it's gonna.
Yeah, but if people are waiting, like sometimes I look on YouTube and there's people waiting half an hour before the show starts.
I don't know
And
how Rumble works exactly.
But I don't know if YouTube lets you have placement holders.
Nope, they don't have placeholder videos on YouTube. I don't know why.
You would think they might, right?
Yeah.
We could just go steal somebody's video and play it. So what's up, Bass Bunny? How you doing, Salty? Wilberforce, man, so much war campaign lore. J Bomba.
Oh it's unreal. I'm surprised there hasn't been like a history of it. It's amazing.
You know that guy that made the documentary on that guy out of Milwaukee that Ethan plays all the time?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cryptic web crawlers, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or cryptic web chronicles.
Yeah.
He should do a war campaign one.
Well,
Ah.
no. It would be good. It's just he would have to, because leave the victims out of it. He could just describe them and all that stuff. But oh, good grief, it would be. I would watch it, but I watched it in real time. So
Yeah, but also it would also come down to like his opinion on stuff, and I think there's so many different viewpoints on stuff like that, which makes it fun.
Right.
It does make it fun.
Nicholas, I have a stutter just like our president, so knock it off.
Yeah,
Is Biden alive still? Because have we seen him since Kamala announced?
Well, we've seen a double. We've seen a guy that's like 6 inches taller.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Shoulders were like 4 inches wider. Yeah, it was weird.
I was like, that Biden looked presidential.
Oh, we did see that video with him staring at Kamala when she was ranting, and Biden's mouth is just open, looking at her like, why am I not home? It's after dark.
I love all the polls they keep putting out, and I'm like, there's no way. And I'm like, this is not manufactured excitement. It's unreal, because every time she speaks,
dude, this is Manchurian Candidate bullshit. Yes. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work twice. I
don't think it'll work twice without repercussions. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people, even Democrats, be like, I didn't even vote for that person. What are you talking about? Like, I don't see a bunch of Democrats, obviously, because she couldn't even win one delegate in the 2020 campaign.
Well, and the funny thing too is, like, this was a complete setup to skip the DNC, skip the convention.
When is that? Next week?
Yeah, but it's already secured. They don't even have to have it.
How can it be secured? Over the phone?
I think they still have to vote in person, I think.
Yeah, but they didn't have like okay, they took away the vote to the people to put the candidate they want to put in. Yeah. Basically. And because everyone, all the Democrats I know, like at the gym,
I think what they were trying to do is they were trying to avoid someone else being nominated.
Yeah, like RFK.
Yeah, or any Michelle Obama, or because basically anyone could be nominated by anybody. They could be like, They could say, I nominate Jay Obama.
Yeah.
Any
The DNC is
if they
weird
didn't,
about that,
if it was open, you know what I mean?
right?
Because technically, when Biden dropped out, it became an open
Yep.
convention. So I don't know. They were trying to secure. I don't know. They probably changed the rules. Maybe I don't know. I know they did some rule change before. Some kind of weird rule change before to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird that they're called the Democratic Party, but they're not Democratic at all.
And like at all the rallies, they have them chanting about this is what the democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
So weird, right? Like
It's very off-putting and scary. Like it's everything that they accuse the right of doing. And
yeah. Ben
No one's-
Togel sent me.
no
Ben
one's calling it
Togel
out.
sent me a video this morning about what's happening in England. Man, they
It's
are
nuts.
fucked. Like
Yeah.
that prime minister has lost his fucking mind.
Well, no, they're going around like I don't know what.
He's starting a special police force.
Yeah, to go after people that talk online.
You know what we call that? The Gestapo. Last time I checked, like it's really bad.
Well,
That
that
is
doesn't
true.
help. That
That is
doesn't
very
help the
true.
left here. All this nonsense over there. It's not going to help. It's not going to help them win the election here.
Right.
They're gonna have to cheat again, and if they get caught on it, I don't think it's gonna fly again.
Yeah, no, it's not going to fly. I don't know. The hope is that there's not, the only way they could cheat is it's got to be close enough that they could, cheat on the edges. If it's such a big margin, it's too obvious and out, you know what I mean? It would be outright ludicrous. Like, oh, look, we got 200 million people voted, but wait, there's only 160 million people registered. How is that possible?
Yeah, because 140 of those are under 18. What are you talking about, you fucking morons? It's
Or dead.
dude. I mean, Obama or not Obama, but Biden was enough of a problem.
She's worse. And her running mate. Oh my god.
Oh, TK.
What's his name? Walls, whatever. What is he? The governor of Minnesota?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got problems. I mean, if they don't start hammering him about what happened in 2020, his wife talking about how they would sleep with the windows open so they could smell the fires and know that the people were, it's like, wait, what? You were sitting there smelling the fires and you didn't do anything about it?
They think it was a barbecue.
No, they knew what it was, but like there was people burning and they were smelling the people burning in the fires. Like that's kind of not what you're supposed to do. I don't know.
Yeah, didn't he deny Trump wanted to send National Guard and he denied them?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Nancy Pelosi denied him on January 6th. Multiple requests, right? Hey, Obama, did you know that when Trump had that attempted assassination, that was the first time in 2 years that the Secret Service had sent out snipers for one of his trips? Including his outdoor, speeches and stuff he's been doing. But that was the first time they've had snipers. Weird.
Yeah, no, it's like they're trying to. I mean, it's so obvious to everyone who can just think for themselves.
Yeah, but only 10% of those people are paying attention what's going on. They're all other 90% are, giving a shit about Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and that bullshit or whatever else is going on.
The Alkalite is woke. The Alkalite is woke. Yeah. Nice.
It's fucking dumb, right? Like it's fucking dumb.
It's
so
like how long
I was
are you
watching
going to
Eric's
complain about this?
debunk. I was watching Eric debunk stream today.
Isn't that crazy? We're watching him now.
Well, I was watching it, and the I guess the kid that started it this weekend with Nerdrotic was on the show. I can't remember his name, but he's the one that sent out the tweets, and basically they're calling.
Oh, yeah.
he's calling Nerdrotic a racist and all this good stuff. And
That
their
was dumb.
content, you know. Well, the thing is, man, like he's a Canadian kid, and he kept saying that content is harmful. So, you know, that's very, it's very Canadian, like harmful content. Like that's just, we don't say that in America. Like that's harmful. Like
Right.
that's not good content, dude. It's not. I mean, turn it off if you don't like it. Switch a channel. We have that right.
He did have some good points, but yeah, a lot of the things he was saying was just like, really? Are you still going to say this? I mean, stick to the rational thoughts. You know, they tend to do better. Like what we just said, making fun of them always talking about everything is woke, MCU, Star Wars is dead.
But I think they don't like that. I think they think that that's harmful. Like, you know, like, oh, they're race swapping this character. That's bad, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's their opinion. They're allowed to have that opinion. Gary's 55 years old. He's seen a lot of movies, dude. He's seen these fucking, you know, these reboots and they change all the characters and shit. He does have a reason to say what he says. Now, if you don't agree, it doesn't make Eric or Gary a racist. Like
No.
a racist? No. But I don't know. The stream was, it was, they don't like anybody over there. I will say that. They don't like Eric. They don't like EVS. They don't like Geeks and
Eric
Gamers.
DeBunks? Eric DeBunks doesn't like EVS?
Well, it was the panel.
Oh, the
Like,
panel.
The
Okay.
panel. Eric didn't say that. A lot of people on the panel were like, you know, those guys are bad. Those guys are bad. EVS is bad, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
Right.
and the kid that put out that tweet about Gary, he said that the first person that ever signed one of his comic books was the first person that ever signed a comic book for him was Ethan when he was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's like, now I find out Ethan's a piece of shit. I'm like, what? Like, okay. I mean, again, everybody's got their opinion. You know, you might not like what Ethan says, whatever. But okay.
He has wrong thinking. He voted for the wrong guy.
Well,
no, that's just the base of everything. Like, oh,
yeah. My peep game went out the door a long time ago. Like, I'm just here to hang out. Yeah, they just disagree. Like, I just got sick of their message, dude. Like, I just got sick and tired of hearing how bad Marvel and DC were. I got sick of hearing about Star Wars is dead. They entertained me for a long time, but after a while, I was like, okay, we've heard that joke.
What else? What else?
Yeah.
What's
next? Good? Show me something good. Please tell me something good. Did they even like Daredevil and Wolverine? Or, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't know if they reviewed that or not. So
no, because you don't make money for reviewing things that are good. You make money for complaining about things that are bad.
And if they said this House of the Dragon shit was good, they're fucking lying to you people, because it was awful. Did you watch it, Jay?
Nope.
Good choice.
The story on, I mean, the plot and the story on Deadpool Wolverine was kind of, didn't make a lot of sense. It was kind of like, what the fuck? But
right.
It was still a great.
It was entertaining.
It was entertaining as fuck. Yeah. I laughed out loud multiple times. I enjoyed it. I think they used it as a vehicle to probably get
House of the Dragon was a 5, Andrew Campbell. A 5 out of 10.
It was boring. House of the Dragon was
5.5. Yes.
It was very boring.
It was fucking painful to watch, dude. If I had to watch,
this entire second season could have been done in 2 episodes, and it would have been.
Yeah, I was told it was like a filler season. I'm like, the whole season's a filler. And I'm like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yes, and it's nothing but yapping, dude. Yap, yap, yap.
Well, I mean, it's just, it's like, I my friend told me the other, like my friend, he's been trying to get me. He played for football for Texas, and he's been trying to get me to watch The Boys. For the last, ever since it come out, he's like, "Oh, you got to watch The Boys. You got to watch The Boys. You got to watch The Boys." And I'm like, I don't know. I just can't get into something, and then all of a sudden they pull the rug out from under me. which the boys did, right?
They did that for sure in season 2.
And I'm like, and he came to me, he's like, oh, it's woke as crap. And I was like, I told you, that's why I don't get into stuff. And like, I learned my lesson from The Walking Dead.
Oh, that fucking shit pissed me off too, man. Season 1 was so good. Then season 2, I had to follow a bunch of love story bullshit. Fuck off.
Well, I mean, 2 to 3, it was still good. You know what I mean? It was still okay. And it just like, and then all of a sudden you just see stuff start creeping in, and I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I think when what was it, Negan, when the baseball bat where the bash the scene and stuff, and it got to the point where it's like, okay, leave you on a cliffhanger. Let's see what Maggie's doing. Okay, now let's go back to
I know Bob is Mr. Sarcastic. Are you being serious here, Bob? It's what going season 4 is over, right? So is it good? I just like I for some reason I would trust Bob in case he's like non-sarcastic answer.
I mean, I thought season 1 of The Boys was good. Season 2 was
I watched
season
was
all right.
But
I think I watched season 3. I don't know.
I will say though, I did watch Rebel Moon extended cuts. Both of them. I fucking liked them, dude. I hate that fucking Todd Snyder. His longer movies are always better. I mean, there's a lot to those movies. There's a lot
Zack
of
Snyder.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking action in those 2 movies. In the extended cut, shit goes on forever. Like, holy shit, these motherfuckers are going to town.
Did you like just?
So Bob says I really do like it. So do the boys make fun of everything, Angela? Now, this is what I've heard when I used to watch The Fellowship. Like, yes, they make fun of everybody, but they're a little more hard on the right than they are on the left. I know you can't, Dan. It's okay. You associate with Jim. I'll get what do they call that? Guilty by association. Yeah, the extended cuts I just enjoyed. I felt like there's something to it. I mean, there's something to that. Maybe Zach does get a little in the weeds with stuff, but I don't know. I didn't hate it. So what were you going to say, Jay?
Well, I was gonna say, like as far as The Boys is concerned, I'm not like my friend. Like, we've had arguments and stuff. It's like, oh, it's not woke. It's not woke. It's like, how do you we've had arguments back and forth. And yeah, he is, he has connections to high up in the he's gotten a letter from Trump, basically, thanking him. So like he's pretty high up in the he's not in them now, but he's helped out, and his dad is pretty juiced. And he basically was like, he's always defended against, like, oh, that's not really woke this way. And we've had arguments back and forth. When he came to me, I was shocked. So like, I can't tell you that it's not woke.
Right.
It's not gotten bad. But for my friend to come to me that I've had arguments about stuff, saying that, that I just like, oh, that was woke, and he defended it and stuff. I kind of sense like if he was the one that told me that it's woke, it's woke. Like,
gotcha.
it's no longer,
right,
even
right.
50-50, or even 60-40,
so
which I can handle 60-40.
Well, it's kind of like even House of the Dragon thing. I know you said you didn't see it, Jay, but they're trying to wokeify it. They're making it basically where it's the women that are saving everything and it's the dudes fucking everything up. And then this last episode they had, the captain of the whole fleet is a woman, and she's got to fight. You've got to be able to beat her in a fight to get her to go with you,
join your
army. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's basically like,
and she's the best, so she's an army of one.
Yeah, like I don't have any problem. Like, you remember that movie Salt?
Sort of, yeah.
With Angelina Jolie, and she's like, I didn't have any problem with that movie. I mean, I knew it was completely unbelievable, but the skinny 120-pound woman was beating the shit out of 200-pound guys. I mean, that's not going to happen. But in a movie, you can, suspend your imagination or whatever, your suspend your
Right.
reality, get
Right.
into it, and just go, okay. And it was a good story, and it was exciting, and I liked it. But now it's just like they're cramming things in that it's like, this is just, no, I can't.
Well, see, I don't mind that kind of stuff in movies, if it's done right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if the 125-pound woman is, fighting a 200-pound or even bigger, and she wins in the way that only she could win against it.
Like John Wick 4.
Well, I haven't seen that one either. Don't,
Dude, but she's using her martial arts and little leverage in her martial arts to fight the big burly German guys, right?
Okay.
So like they can't
It
grab her.
makes sense, right? Okay, it makes sense. And that's the thing, because I've seen videos of like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, a woman kicked the crap out of 3 men down in Brazil that they were trying to rob her. They didn't know she was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt.
Right.
And I'm like, and my wife said, seeing this, she's like, women can hold their own against men. And I was like, well, one, those men are probably 125 pounds each. I'm like, yeah. And her technique is probably 150 times better than theirs. And I showed her and I explained to her, this is what she did and how she did it. And she's like, oh, and I was like, if they just all like, if she didn't have that, it would have been over for her. She would have been murdered, raped, and everything.
Sure.
And that's the thing. It's kind of like let's see, what's the like Kelly, what's the movie I remember the most where a woman
Kung Fu Hustle. That woman, that was believable.
That was funny though.
TJTK season 2 was essentially women are the best, most rational leaders with the most insight that the dumb, feeble, violent men should bow to. However, those women were so unconfident. They had no confidence, Jim, in any decision they were ever making. And then they got butthurt when they didn't get to do what they wanted to do, like fly the dragon to get in the war, Jim, or she didn't get to be able to stay queen because, because you're the one who said that he said that the king said your son should be the king. Didn't say you should be the king. So when your son keeps you on the board, but he gets fucked up and your other son throws you off, well, that's on you, bitch. Maybe you should have let happen what happened. Go ahead, Jim.
ID Crisis Design has a good comment. The Long Kiss Goodnight with the fuck
Julia Roberts.
No. The chick from A League of Her Own. I can't.
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis. That was done well. That was done really well.
That's a good example. That's a great example. There's a few more from the. It's funny, it's in the 90s. There's a lot of those movies.
Oh, yeah, like Terminator 2.
Yeah,
totally believable.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to bring up. Because she was getting brutalized by the orderlies and everything, but she had to do what she had to survive to win, and she did. So I mean, that stuff I like. And Aliens, Ripley. She's another one that physically, no, but she'll get you another way.
Yeah, that was awful. That this dude's part of the royal family, and he has to have a fucking mud fight with some chick.
Well, he's not part of the royal family. He's part of he's a Lannister, which is a Lord Paramount of the Western.
He's there on behalf of them.
Right. He's there on behalf of the king and everybody.
Right. He's there on behalf. I mean, he's like, hey, we want you to come work for us. And he's got they're in a mud pit, Jay. It's like, oh my God. And he was the most
sounds like a movie I might like, right?
No, not at all. No, because she's dominant. She grabs the guy by the head and pulls him up because she thinks she's defeated him.
One arm.
Yeah,
please let it be one
grabs
arm.
him and she's got one arm like this and the other arm raised in her hand, and then he fucking sucker punches her, knocks her out, and then the fight's over and he wins.
That's not really a sucker punch though, because they're in the middle of a fight. If you take your eyes off of someone you're fighting, it's not a sucker punch when they hit you.
Right.
It's a sucker
That's-
punch when you're not fighting and they come up and hit you.
Yeah, hands up until the bell
Well, you're the one
rings.
that did the sucker punch the other night, Jim.
No, I don't think I did. Did I?
I know you did, because you were the one describing it. Maybe not sucker. Maybe you said cheap shot or something like that. He got a cheap shot in.
He got something. I don't remember what I said exactly. I was drunk.
Don't make up excuses. That's my excuse. Yeah. And yeah, how'd you like, hey, then Jay Bama, they're eating dinner after the big fight. And she goes, I want you to have my kids. And he's like, what? And she goes, yeah, with all my wives. So she has a bunch of wives that she wants him to impregnate for her. He can't touch her, but she can touch his wives.
It's like feminist power
wife.
fantasy.
Oh yeah, and because a woman wrote that episode, dude. Yep, fucking nuts. I just what? Like, what did you just say?
Meanwhile, George
And he
R. R.
said-
Martin is
You know
like
what he
this.
said?
Like,
You know what he says back to her?
what's that?
How many wives do you have? Like, oh my god, really? Like, that's your answer?
This is the show that the porn parody is going to be better than the show.
It'll be quicker, that's for sure. Because this shit dragged. I knew I should have stopped after season or episode 4. Because
I'm
everybody
trying-
said, "Keep going, Dave. Keep going. It'll get better, man. It's coming up."
I think everyone is just hopeful. Everyone is hopeful without hope. You know, like without, or excuse me, they're hopeful without any kind of
Well, I think
indication
so
of
many
it.
people read the books, and Jim says they're deviating from the books so much that it's just like ruining it for them, right,
Why
Jim?
bother? Mm.
Yeah, it's ruining it.
Mm.
I don't. But then again, the books. The books are. The books are not. They use the term unreliable narrator a lot. You know, when they're describing what the books are. So they're,
Sure.
you know, they're not like. That's how they got away with changing stuff. But anyway, I don't know if you want to play a minute or two of this review that's partially edited.
It reminds me of those hologram cards in the 90s.
Yeah.
Top's Finest, remember those?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Jim, and I have a review of The Comic Godlike by John Malin. It's basically a futuristic sci-fi take on the story of King Arthur with beautiful artwork that in some instances reminiscent of Rob Liefeld or Jack Kirby. The book starts with some crucial information about the world and its history, and it follows the story of Commander Atreus on his journey to become Adamra by claiming the Tri-Star Sword. As you can see, this is the critical information I was talking about in the beginning of the book. Goes through some of the things that have been happening in the world, the battles, the war that's going on. Alltech, the god of gods, the battles that are ensuing. You can see how beautiful some of this artwork is, how it's very Kirby-esque. There's the Tri-Star Sword. And this guy's going to try to claim it, but it doesn't work out too well for him. He kind of explodes. And this, look at this. This is beautiful. I like the way the art glows. It looks like it's alive on the page. The blood looks like it's wet. You could see that it's like liquid. The characters have almost an animalistic feature with just like, look at the way that the veins on the body.
What happened?
It's not done editing.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So that's like right where I got to. So it's fucked up from there on.
Yeah, I
have to
think
fix it.
EVS said it I think EVS described Malin's art the best I've ever heard. It's like perfected Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Rob
I mean, I
Liefeld.
see traces of Kirby in there too. So
I can see that. I can see that.
You know, I don't know, but that's my opinion. I'm not an expert.
Well, art is subjective,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What was it? So Katie did a clip.
I saw
Black
that.
Angus
Yeah.
on the biggest problem in the universe.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
you
I
guys
have
tell
I
me-
have another short video though that's kind of an important news flash for everybody to be prepared for the coming, super flare. About 3 minutes.
Noah Bodhi said Camelot's stream title is Ricada Law 1.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
It's just
Nick did send out a post today. You saw that, right?
I didn't see it. No.
He said, got fantastic news today. What started as normal has become an exceptional day. Finding time for next stream. Stay tuned.
Okay. Well,
EBS better jump on that one.
I don't know. I mean, that could be any number of things.
Yep.
They might have reduced the charges after weighing everything. All that
Could
good
have,
stuff.
it could have to do with the Monty lawsuit. I mean, it could have to do with a number of things. Like I said, we'll have to wait and see.
Right. You got
And
the
that's
video,
the-
Jim?
That's what I told everyone. Like,
I got it. Oh shit!
when they asked me about it, I was like, I don't know anything. Let's just wait and see what happens.
I'm a fucking retard. I thought I had it pulled up.
I was like, I hope for the best for the guy, and I hope he keeps his family. That's my number one concern.
I don't know
And
what
if-
happened in the house.
Right?
Yeah.
And if he is on anything, or I hope he gets cleaned up. I hope everything gets cleared up. I don't know, whatever.
It could be anything. Code breaker could be anything. We don't know.
That's funny, Codebreaker.
All right, now this is very important news for everyone to pay attention to. This is
Camelot's
serious
starting
stuff.
tonight at 10. Well, I will be, and you guys will follow over to Salty's channel, and we'll hear Salty and Savage make fun of Disney, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, I love all those guys when they said CG is dead. They all, like, as soon as people just reject them, CG's dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Yeah. Right.
And I like
funny.
Camelot. I met him in Tampa. He's a pretty good dude. I don't understand all this. I really don't.
Who, Camelot? I met him too. And then he started talking shit about Nick, and I got really pissed off. Like, dude, that's supposed to be your friend. This is the best you got, dude. Okay.
Not Camelot. I'm sorry, not Camelot.
You're talking about Camel Moon.
Camel
Camel
Moon.
Moon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, different drama.
No. Dude,
I always
got
think
a-
about Camel Toe when I'm lonely.
Good morning, folks. Today we're going to see a new space energy measurement available, take a peek at a notable earthquake swarm, and see research on red dwarf superflaring in Greenland's ice history. But we also have space weather, so let's start with the last 24 hours on our star. Much quieter after the two X-class solar flares we showed yesterday. We still have several sunspot groups, but they're morphing reduced magnetic complexity and therefore flaring output over the last day with only minor pops and surges to see. When we look at the sunspots, we can see their immense size and spread across the Earth-facing half of the sun. These active regions are unlikely to remain quiet, and we still have more apparently ready to come over the limb into view. The last day brought only those more minor flaring events and confined umbral jet expulsions. Notable, we also have a few plasma filaments, including that big one on the north. We'll be watching all of it as we enter the second half of the week. Those who check the data sources may have noticed a slight change to the proton flux. They've
Fucking
added the orange
proton
line
flux,
representing
man.
500 MeV protons now. Before, it was only
500
the three
MeV.
lower energy flows.
I felt
During
it.
the biggest space weather events, these most energetic particles can have significant ozone and atmospheric effects. It will be nice to have this when activity spikes again. The second largest earthquake of the last day was the most interesting, a 5-pointer in California. When we zoom in, we can see it was the largest of a pretty significant swarm of quakes. Hopefully much of these are aftershocks, but with
It's one thing to have earthquakes when you have swarms of quakes.
Dude,
It's like bees,
terrifying.
but they're fucking earthquake bees, and they're buzzing, getting you.
this much unrest, it is worth monitoring the area moving forward.
Monitor, baby.
Good article up next
Monitor.
on far ultraviolet profiles of red dwarfs, especially during super flares, with new data suggesting they are stronger and more damaging to their local planets than they imagined. Other factors might include the magnetic fields of those planets, but in total, the study paints a less favorable picture for life around the most abundant stars in the galaxy. And lastly, folks, confirmation that Greenland ice not only melted away completely during the recent geologic past, but that it was indeed the entire island. While the paper uses this rapid change fact to offer fear about sea level rise due to melting, it also means that the ice reformed to the tune of 2 miles thick in much shorter timescales than they had imagined as well.
Go figure.
So, if that's true, then all these measurements that they say that they took ice core samples and they go back millions of years,
Yeah.
that
it's
can't
been
be
a-
fucking correct.
Well,
That's all wrong.
they disproved that a long time ago because like there was a bunch of like World War II planes that crashed, and they like all the samples are saying, oh, this was this DVD, and then they found like World War II planes much deeper in the ice pack. So I mean,
Yeah.
like, but like you said, like you're saying, you're alluding to, Jim, it doesn't fit their narrative and what they're trying to say, so they just ignore it. Which is basically what he's saying here too. It's like,
These solar flares, I mean, we had like the biggest one he's ever saw earlier in the week, Jim.
Yeah.
What was the effect? All I know is it got 10 or 12 degrees cooler where I'm at. So I don't know.
Well, that one that happened, that big, that was
Yeah.
facing away from. Like you got to understand, like the Earth is like this big when you look at it compared to the sun, which is bigger than I could put on the screen.
Sure.
was it like, wait, isn't it like 1,000 times bigger, or
I think 4,000 times bigger.
4,000 times? Okay, that's it.
So like when it shoots something off, if it's not directly at us, or like it's not going to affect us. You know, we're just a tiny speck in millions of miles away, but
And our
I don't know.
atmosphere, in our
magnetic field.
magnetic field protects us from a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, see, that's the problem though, there, Jay, because the magnetic field has been weakening.
Yes.
They've been tracking it, and
Yes.
it's moving and changing. So,
Right. And then the weather changes and all that stuff.
That's-
and like
a-
a lot of
that's
things
a
they don't
true
want to talk
prediction
about is
TJTK, that's a true prediction.
like this Carrington event that happened 12,000 years ago is probably what killed off all the megafauna. Either that or the massive flood that happened when the ice melted or something. These massive floods. Whatever it was, water pulse 1 and 1A or 1B or whatever,
Right.
kind of 1A, 1B. I don't know. Can't remember what they are, but anyway. But this isn't really Theory Thursday, so we're not going to get into the theories. This is just hard science right here that this guy's talking about.
Yeah, it's hard science to even comprehend.
I get so hard when he talks.
During a period when they used to think it was relatively unchanging, with geologically slow transformation, it melted and reformed entirely. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here,
He does
right
it
now, at
every
5:30
day,
a.m.
Jay.
in the new Valley of the Sun.
Wow.
Eyes open, no fear.
Meanwhile, he basically just told us we're all screwed.
Yeah, like
No fear. Don't worry about it, guys. Be here tomorrow.
Big breaker.
Maybe not.
That's our carbon tax, right? To protect the magnetic field. These motherfuckers.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like the Chinese, believe it or not, the Chinese know all this stuff. They're scientists. They're aware that all this stuff about climate change and carbon is all horse shit.
yeah,
They
that's why
have
they keep
records.
building coal mines.
They have the records. They know that there are floods and the tsunami, like the different like droughts and floods and stuff in China that they've had records of going back thousands of years. They've kept records of these floods and the massive storms. It all has to do with the sun.
It's a pattern.
The sun,
yeah.
right? It's a pattern. The sun does stuff. The more protons that hit the Earth creates more clouds, creates more precipitation, and
Jim,
I don't claim to know anything. I just repeat a lot of stuff.
I'm going to recommend Chicken Cock Double Oak whiskey. This is really fucking good. If you can find it at your local beverage store. It's not a bourbon, it's a whiskey. So
I haven't
very
had
good.
anything to drink in like 6 months. Been dry.
Well, this is my first drink since Saturday. So, I've been on the road since Monday though. So, but I stopped at this liquor store in town I'm in, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best liquor stores I've ever been in besides a Benny's for a small town. The selection was unfucking believable. I could have spent so much money, but I don't have that much to spend. But they had a Pappy 15, they had a Pappy 12, they had a Pappy 10, or Old Van Winkle 10. So yeah, it's crazy. Plus, all the Wellers and all that shit. But
Do y'all have
then
a
bunch of
Wines
Michigan.
and what's it called? Total Wines and More? We got those down here. Do y'all have those where you live?
Total Wines? No.
It's basically like a supermarket that's just all booze.
It's like
Well,
a
that's
Benny's, but I think it's like a Benny's beverage
So,
depot, but
okay.
it's like I think it's just different areas.
Okay. So yeah,
So you-
it's one of those stores that's got everything in it. Yeah.
And they got like a locked room that you have to ask permission in to go see the high dollar stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. They've got like security cases and stuff, and like the refrigerator, you can walk into the refrigerator and behind, they got the standard like cooled off, 6-packs and all that stuff. But then there's like, the little separating door or the little sheets of plastic doors. You walk in and there's like 500 kegs in the back of beer.
Oh,
of the
nice.
fridge. Yeah, that's I can't go there because I'll ruin my diet. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh.
Yeah. Alcohol is not good for the diet. That's for sure.
No.
So, let's
Got my
let's
cruise
play-
coming up though. My cruise is going to be lit up. Just
Where
saying.
you going?
Friend of the guy I was telling you about earlier. We have like points on Carnival from a credit card. So
Sure.
I'm like, oh, let's just use them. So we got like an 8-day cruise for free.
To
You're
where
gonna
though?
go. You're gonna wait. Time out.
Yeah, what's
You're
up?
gonna go on a Carnival cruise. Have you been paying attention to anything that's been happening on Carnival cruises the past 2 years?
I ain't paying a dime, so yeah, I'm going.
Doesn't matter. I'm not talking about paying. I'm talking about getting out of there alive.
I'll be all right.
Okay.
For everyone that lives, Jim, or everyone that dies, 3 live. It's a pretty good fucking stat.
I can live
I
with
mean,
those odds
Yeah.
when it's free.
I don't know. All these videos, if you see of the huge brawls and the shit happening, is Carnival
Oh,
cruise.
okay. I know which cruise you're talking about. Those are okay.
Yeah, that's Carnival.
I'm going on the what you would call their best ships. Yeah, I'm not gonna go on their
Carnival doesn't have any best ships, dude. You need like Norwegian.
Quit being a fucking goddamn
Negative.
snob for cruise ships, Jim. Jesus Christ.
I'm going on the Mardi Gras out of Port Canaveral. It's a pretty good ship. So it's one of their new ones. It's one of the ones.
I've never been on a cruise and will never go on a cruise.
But Jim, I know which ones you're talking about. And the last one I was on, it was one of those. And I'm like, hey, I was telling my wife, it's like, don't go too far for me, okay? So yeah, I do understand.
I've been seeing some videos that are just like, wow, why talk when I could show?
Oh shit. What's happening on Carnival, Jay? Do you know what he's talking
Well,
about? Is there
they're
a bunch
like
of salmonella? Is there a going on or
well,
graping going on?
there's they're basically like the 3-day and 5-day ghetto cruises. The ones that's all I'm gonna say. And there's all of a sudden like like when the liquor starts flowing and there's like, oh, you're moving into my girlfriend, and all of a sudden there's fights to throwing them into the pools.
Oh, I think I've seen a video on that. Yeah.
See, I would be there with my drink, just sitting there like just watching, just like just laugh.
No, you'd have your phone on your other hand too.
Yeah. And I make sure my wife is behind me just in case. But you guys got to understand, like I grew up in Atlanta, so I've like when I went to high school, that's what I saw almost every week. So.
Jim, you can't even pull it up, can you?
It says I fucking pulled it up, and the fucking dude is talking instead of showing.
Oh, too much
Yeah,
talk, just like fucking
get
House
that
of
a
the
lot,
Dragon. We don't need talk. We need
Show the
action.
dragons. But yeah, Jim, I agree with you. Our next, like, we're going to stop doing a carnival after this. We're canceling our point. Like, we're getting rid of our card, and we're gonna switch it to like either Norwegian or
just get an American Express card, dude.
That's what my wife. She has, her.
Just get a fucking American Express Platinum card, and you'll be good.
Yeah,
She's
like
got
Royal Caribbean is real good.
Yeah.
Norwegian.
Anything out of Port Canaveral is what we're gonna go with because that's.
What about those Alaska river cruises? Those seem kind of cool.
They have river cruises in Alaska.
I know they have no.
Glacier.
The European river cruises are real nice.
Yeah,
Vikings real nice.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, I'd like to go down the Rhine in Germany and like stop off at like Oktoberfest or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, sure you would, you Nazi, you Yahtzee. You're gonna start the party back up.
Come on, I'm French. I'm French and Irish and English and
so am I, dude.
Italian. Somewhat Italian.
So I'm half French. My mom is French. So yeah. So we kind of flip flop.
Well,
Whoever's winning.
you know the French guy that he lost because his junk hit the pole.
Yes.
The area he's from.
You mean
is
the
actually-
girl
No.
pole vaulter? She
No,
was
this is
she was
the
competing
dude.
against the women.
Wait, no, this was the dude with the big package.
Wasn't that it, Jim? Wasn't that when you showed me that pole vault thing the other day? Wasn't that a dude competing in the women's pole vault that hit his junk on the pole?
I thought that's what it was.
No. It was he was a Frenchman, but he has an Italian name, and where he's from is the area where my family's from. So let that sink in. No, I'm joking. I got a button on a fur coat. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
But
oh my god.
Oh, better back it up.
Where's your soundboard, Jim?
It's going down. Hey!
oh, this is
No,
buffet.
Hey, sorry. Even those tables look ghetto, man.
No,
That looks like
Oh, look at the weave.
Oh, shit! There it goes! There it goes! Shit! God damn!
Now if this happens, Jay, you better. There's Jay videotaping it. You better videotape this shit.
Come on!
I'm gonna be there. Oh Lord Jesus! Oh God, Lord Jesus!
Jim, this is the 3-day ghetto cruise, Jay said.
Holy!
I don't know. Like this started. What happened was
They shut down the endless swirl. Machine.
after when COVID hit and they closed down the cruise industry, then they came back and they dropped Carnival dropped their prices so low.
A bunch
It-
of them.
Oh,
yeah.
so
It
Yeah, I
basically let
people afford it.
Yeah.
people that probably shouldn't be on a
What?
boat for several
Jim,
days. No, I'm saying people that can't. No, I'm not talking about their race. I'm talking about just not being able to be, in a
It's their behavior.
their behavior. I'm not talking. I can't even tell who these people are, what color they are, or what race they are. I'm colorblind. I don't see any color. I'm just saying, people
You see wealth
a couple-
class.
people that get a couple drinks in them, they get a little rowdy.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
this is what it used to look like on the south side of Chicago when the bars closed at 5 a.m. Was the normal. This every Saturday night this happened.
Or the mall on a Friday night if you live in a city. Like that's like on Friday night at the mall, you want to be the fuck out of there by 8 o'clock because the shit was getting ready to start. Like fuck this.
Or lunch in my public school growing up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you grew up in Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Hot
looks like
land.
this looks like an older ship. So, my theory is this is maybe one of those. But yeah. Another bad one is the Margarita cruise, the Margaritaville cruise. They have one ship and it's very cheap. I think it's like $100 for 3 days.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, they dropped the prices so low, and now I've actually heard that they're having a problem. Like the stockholders are pissed.
Yep.
This has
Yeah,
to
because
stop.
those people that spend $100 on the cruise don't have money to spend while they're on the fucking ship to buy shit and indulge, And if you're getting people free food and drinks for $100 for a cruise, you ain't making no money. What the fuck?
Well, see,
And
Margaritaville is just a small company, and it's just one boat, and it basically is the ghetto boat.
Right.
What'd you say, Margaritaville?
Yeah, Margaritaville cruise.
They just built a whole Margaritaville resort on the Gulf Coast of Florida, or they're
talking
building
about the
it
ship.
now.
Sorry,
Yeah,
about
but they're
shit.
building a huge Margaritaville resort. They bought
What
up
it-
after the hurricane. They bought up a bunch of land.
What it is that it's a ship. It's a company that had one ship, and they licensed the name of Margaritaville. But Margaritaville, the company Margaritaville, is trying to get out of the license deal because of all the bad press they're getting from the cruise ship.
Is Jimmy Buffett alive still?
No, he died.
He died?
like 2 years ago.
Okay.
You know that song "Cheeseburger in Paradise."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's
Who
like
doesn't?
5 different places that claim that they're the place that was the Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Sanibel Island, wasn't it?
No, it's one. There's one called on Coconut Key. No, Cabbage Key that claims it's the place. And then there's one down in the Keys that claims it's the place. There is a place on Sanibel Island called Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Yeah.
but
Then he
that's
went
not
ahead-
the place the song
Then
is
he went
from.
ahead and opened his own restaurant chain and squashed the whole fucking story.
Yeah. But no, there's a place. It's Cabbage Key.
Jim,
that
did
they-
you have the Margaritaville margarita mixer?
No,
You never bought that?
no.
That shit was expensive, dude.
Oh,
I never
it's
bought it.
crazy prices.
Do you ever have a Midori melon margarita?
Mm-mm.
No, I usually just drink regular margaritas. Just good old margarita. No.
Anyway, back to the fight. Let's see who wins.
This is amazing.
You're a race baiter, Jim.
No, I'm not.
It's a joke.
Oh my god, I love the guy recording it. Damn.
You see the gay security guard scamper past?
Yep.
You guys stop, please. Just please stop.
Want some pizza?
Wait, was it? Rewind it, please.
Do your J button, Jim.
Here's look at it. Watch the security guards.
Oh my goodness.
Goddamn!
Those girls are fighting. Oh my goodness.
I just want some pizza. Let him know. Where the pizza at? Oh shit!
He's so, that's the way I would be.
World star.
Is everybody on this cruise 18?
Oh, this is too much.
Not the guy recording.
I know, but like everybody over there looks like they're 18 years
Hey,
old
come
or
on,
16
guys.
years old.
There's a bunch of kids and they get to stay up as
God
long as they
damn.
want. There's supposed to be a curfew, but nobody enforces it.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Hey, stand back. This is America over here. We don't want to mess with that. No. We don't want to mess with that.
I'm trying to see what boat that is. That's not a big boat.
Last night too. Had to ruin it for everybody, didn't we? Is it really? Welcome to America.
Yeah, stuff happens on the last night.
This is how it is in America, man. You guys are great where you
This is
are.
how it is, America.
Holy shit.
America.
Yeah, the last one we were
Yeah,
on
get 'em, bro. Get 'em.
was a
Get
5-day, and it was a ghetto cruise. It's basically
Oh, now
was
this
like
security guard's
going to-
walking with an attitude,
Damn, I'm
Jim.
glad I came for some pizza.
Yeah.
There's a couple heavy
I
hitters
got you, bro.
on the
Hey.
security.
Let's go. Let's go.
The rest of them are pretty weak.
Nah, you got nothing to do with it, homie. They hit my damn mama, bro. Are you serious? God damn, bro. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, homie. You gotta do what you gotta do.
They hit my mama.
I got you.
Not my
You
mama.
gotta do what you gotta do. What you gotta do. My man. God
Why is he the cool white guy? You gotta do what you gotta
damn,
do,
you
homie.
should've stayed where you were from, bro.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so like the last cruise we were on was like this. Is basically like going to a
No, not me,
Walmart
man.
in a metro area.
Oh shit, still going down. Oh,
great.
It's going down. God damn, it ain't gonna stop. Holy shit.
This looks like a Freedom class ship. Look at them extension.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I came up for some pizza. And this is what happens on the Carnival. Paradise, baby, last
Oh, it's a
night.
Paradise. Okay, yeah, that's an older ship.
Gotta get it right. God damn. Hey, man, God bless y'all, man, for dealing with that shit. Holy
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Oh, here's another one. Look at this. Oh, let's see.
Oh, it's at the club.
Was that the Backstreet Boys?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Dude.
I'm like hoping.
It's like you got to stay in your room.
Okay, here.
after
So
9
just
o'clock
so
on
we
the cruise
we can't get called being racist. Here we go.
Oh, you want to hit me?
Jim,
Yeah.
I thank you. This is gonna be fun.
You got to lock your doors after 8 o'clock on your cruise ship, Jay Bama. Fuck. Oh my God, that's awful. That looks like an awful time. So, Jim, do you go on cruises?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't go on a Carnival cruise if it was free. Like they would have to pay me, and I'd let me be armed.
It looks
repel
like
all
It
borders.
looks very isolated incidents, Jim.
Yeah, they're isolated to the ships.
Well, there's tens of people on that ship. Not everybody's involved. Like, are these?
I
things
haven't say everybody. It doesn't take everybody. It just takes one. It only takes one turd in the punch bowl to fuck it up for everybody.
Are these ships like sold out for these $100 cruises? I mean, do people like a ton of people go on these or not?
What they end up doing is they've learned to wait to the last minute when the ship is not, like they'll lower, they'll reduce the rate even lower the night before, and so they come in or they show up at the port the day of sailing. It's like, hey, what you got available? It's like, oh, okay, well, and it's like, oh, we got this for this much.
Samba, Jay's really going for the wiggle look. He's not really going for the Tim Pool look, but the reason I know that is he hasn't said Civil War yet, so he really came in hot. I'm going to
destroy CD. I'm going to burn it down.
Everybody's gay. Everybody's a pedophile.
I'm going to use the same tactics that hadn't worked for 6 years.
Oh my God! Like, oh my God, the things they try to make true about Katie are the worst. Like, just awful. Like, shut the fuck up, you retards. It's old, guys. It's really fucking old. All right, let's go ahead, Jay.
It never works. It never works, and it makes them look like idiots. So I mean, they keep doing it. Let's see
Vito and Dick respond to Black Angus reviews. Let's see here.
Black Angus reviews for 5. You should read Mike Barron's opening thank you from Gooding. DM'd you, Vito. I think it shows the very high literary bar you'll never hit at the Rippaverse. Yeah, I was reading.
Does everyone who works on a comic at the Rippaverse have to like suck Eric's cock for
you know
a page?
What the
That's
fuck
weird.
is that? Yeah, so every one of these comics,
it's like they're giving a
Is that in the book, Jim? A thank you letter to Eric?
It's a first or last
in the front
page.
of the book, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think what was Chuck Dixon just said Eric pays well on time.
Yeah. What's the best part about working for Eric? He pays on time.
Yeah, you're going to they're taking like that one. You're going to see it's kind of like, okay, you need to write something about Eric in the Rippaverse, and they just take it just seems like they're taking a piss on him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I don't know why Eric would even need it in the book. Like, dude, it's a comic.
Not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Well, yeah, and they call Ethan a narcissist, which is funny. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It's like if every time you opened a Marvel comic, there was a big page talking about how great Stan Lee is. Except Eric July is way worse than Stan Lee.
Yeah, except he's not famous.
Yeah, so like these guys
he's hiring famous guys to like write a page reviewing him.
And what does he
fucking
does he
weird.
just say, hey, do you want to write a forward? And then for no reason, Mike Barron goes like, when I saw that Eric July's Rippaverse, I was so inspired. He was like comparing him to like
black as he is, he's blacker on the inside, and that's what I love the most about him.
He was like comparing him to like
bizarre.
historical. Was he comparing him to like Roman figures
Let's
or
read
something?
It. Does somebody have the Mike Barron thing?
He says he sent it to me. Let me see if I can send it to you. Not on the
Look at this. Black Angus got him a whole fucking
posted it,
segment on the Dick and Vito show
posted in
for
the Discord,
$5.
the Mike Barron.
Pretty impressive, Jim. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Spend smart, right?
Yeah. Spend smarter, not harder. Farter. Something.
Yeah.
Carter.
I left
John Carter.
I left our stream last night and went over and watched Ethan and gave him $20.
I saw that.
But he did say he's watching our stuff.
He did say that.
Yeah. I kind of felt like he is because it seemed like everything he streamed or everything he touched on last night, we'd already hit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He watches while he draws. I know all the dummies say he doesn't draw and all this stuff. He watches all this stuff when he's drawing.
It's his background noise. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And
it's like me driving down the fucking highway. Jesus Christ.
And you guys give him like give him stuff to evaluate for trash cast. So he's constantly working. It's just
It's not fast enough for the haters, though, Jay. The
well,
haters-
it never is. If he got it out just as fast as everyone or Rippaverse and all that stuff, there'd be something else. So it doesn't matter what he does. You know what I mean?
Well, if they came out as fast as Ripper shit, then it would be shit. I don't want shit. I want good books. I bought both of those trash cast hats last night. Did you get one, Jay?
No. I'm waiting. I don't.
Did you
I
see
don't.
him?
No, I didn't see him.
He had a gray one and a black one, and they have trash cast embroidered. He made 11 or 12 of these each.
Oh, yeah. I don't watch stuff live. I was asleep
Oh,
when he
okay.
did. Yeah.
I wasn't watching it. Jim's like, "Hey, Dave, these hats are on sale." So during the stream, I was like, "Okay." I got a notification today already, Jim, that they shipped.
Yeah.
But those boys, they're terrible. No, it's eBay that sends these. But still, the boys shipping for eBay, right? They do it all.
Yeah, they do it all. But he Ethan's slow. He delays everything. You know how it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't deliver. He's 4 years late. Everything you buy,
shit.
you get.
Black Angus was canceled by Anna.
I'd
Did I
like
know
to hear
Black
more
Angus-
about that.
Black Angus knows all the fucking lore, dude. When you talk to him, he knows all this stuff. He's into it. But I would like to get him on and talk about that one night. Because he does seem to have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more.
Did Dick call him Black Anus?
Intro to Gooding.
And the comic is just Gooding getting bullied by kids in school.
I was told that it doesn't even it ends kind of on a cliffhanger kind of thing.
And his nemesis is Cake Fart. The guy's name is.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So it's just like a
Splatterpuss.
The way they promoted it made it sound like
Is he bullied by kids?
Yeah, the kid, Splatterpuss. The guy who becomes Splatterpuss is his bully.
No, but I'm saying he says like the whole book is about him being bullied by kids. Like the whole book isn't
When
him
they
being
were
a kid.
kids, I think. When they were kids, he was bullied by this guy. Is that what he's trying to say?
Well, Dick always does Dick, right? He always he's over cake fart, cake fart. Like really, I mean, Splatterpuss is bad, but cake fart.
yeah, again, a bully from his school, and then years later they're fighting about it.
Oh yeah, they're doing that. See, I'm already getting blamed for the. Oh, okay. Here's Null review Super Killer.
Yes.
All right. We'll watch that.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking faster. No,
is he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe
somebody post the.
there it is.
Here we go. Anus reviews.
It's not his name. It's Black Angus reviews. Black Angus.
Is he
reviews.
black? Is he a black guy?
No, Black Angus is that steakhouse.
Yeah, but is he black?
I don't know, sir.
Well, you got to know. All right.
Okay. Is this on the screen? Is that
Nah, it's too weird. I didn't know who Eric July was until he burst forth one day, like Athena, out of Zeus's skull.
Is that a good comparison to make?
Did he fucking really say that, Jim? Does it really say that in the book?
Yes, it does.
What the fuck? He burst out like Athena from Zeus's skull?
You see what I mean when I said he's like really taking a piss on him?
Oh.
It's like they told him to write this, and he's like, "Okay, I'll write it, and I'm just gonna say something really absurd just to make fun of you." That's what it just seems like to me.
Okay.
Fucking with him? Is Mike Barron fucking with Eric?
Yeah.
No, if you compare me to Athena, bursting out of Zeus's skull like a cum shot, I would be insulted. Only Eric wasn't just Athena. He was Hermes, another gay ass guy who first realized we needed a new publisher. I mean, God. And told Hephaestus to split open Zeus's skull so that Athena might be born. He's fucking with him. Eric was all these. He's fucking with him big time.
Why though? Why? For what purpose?
Because Eric is a talentless idiot, and he knows it.
But this is insane. What he's saying. This is insanity.
Yeah, Eric was all these Greek gods rolled into one. Rippaverse was his Athena.
I want to say he's doing a bit.
Something went wrong with the us.
That's supposed to be the U.S. I think.
No, it says us. Something went wrong
but
with
then
the
it's
us.
talking about Okay.
Something horrendous, which had caused it to shatter and reform as 7 different countries, each consumed with their own survival and no longer wanting a union. Yet there was a new city, Flores Park in Texas, a brand new city, barely 50 years old, but fully grown despite its age. He's fucking with him, man.
I can't.
He's
make
retelling
any
this like a
sense of
retard
this.
told him this.
Is that what you felt, Jim, when you read it?
I read it and I went, "What the fuck is this?" And just like, okay. And
I
and
got
that's
it.
where like the whole thing when I saw when he talks about the dragon, and when I was like, I don't remember. I made a comment about this. Ain't no dragon on the document cards. And then people are like, it's in the book. It's in the book. I'm like, yeah, I tried to read Isom 2. I read it. I didn't. I don't know. I must have blocked out the dragon. Fuck.
Did you? Yeah, Jay, you didn't read it. You didn't read Isom 2, did you?
Nope,
No.
I got it right over there too. Nope,
Yeah.
not even gonna bother.
I agree with you, Jay. I think he's fucking with Eric's intellectualism right here. Like, he's really fucking with him.
And when I said he's a narcissist, Eric was like, he put it in the book, so he's ignorant. He's
yes.
ignorant to the like when if I saw somebody, if somebody wrote that about me, I would say, you busting my balls here, man? What's going on? Like it's obvious. Like he's just ribbing him right in front of his face.
Like, this is a letter that Mike Barron wrote. What, as a thank you letter, Jim, to Eric July? It's like the front page of the book.
They sold it. It says in all the things, but if you looked at Gooding, it said with a letter from Mike Barron, an exclusive letter from Mike Barron. So I took it as it was gonna be about like something important, or something worth listening to, not this suckfest of Eric.
Wait, he advertised it?
Yeah, if you go to the Gooding page, it says it's with exclusive letter from Mike Barron.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
I was
Hey,
like,
did you know Ripazine?
That's kind of why I thought, oh, okay, so this is the thing about the dragon. There's going to be a dragon in Bloodroot. I was like, cool.
Jay, did you know if you want to buy the CG rated copy of Ripazine 2 signed by Eric, it's $140 fucking dollars. But he could not take the time to get Gooding CG rated because he was afraid they wouldn't go out on time. But he's getting his gay ass magazine CG rated.
Well, his magazine just broke into 6 figures, 100,000 in total sales.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's
at
great.
8
o'clock tonight, they just posted. I have it pulled up.
That's great.
How
many copies sold?
I don't know.
It should say. They always give the stats.
Well, I'd have to go to their website to get that.
Oh, you had a tweet pulled up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, before you.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
30.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm broken.
Yeah.
It's according to their website, they're still not past 100,000. So according to their website, they sold $94,434.
Oh shit!
Let me say one thing, and then I gotta go because I gotta eat and I gotta process this. Okay, Eric, more power to you. I gotta give it to Eric July. He has transcended. This is amazing. Now I'm not mad at him. I can't be mad at him for it. Now I'm just gonna say the people buying this stuff are you ridiculously stupid? Good freaking.
You're the problem, people. Yes.
You guys are the idiots. I mean, these are the morons that pay like $70 for a video game and then go dump $150 more dollars on DLC garbage.
When they hated the original game in the first place, yeah. Maybe the DLC will make it better. If you don't want it signed, though, Jay, it's only $120. The CG rated book. But
His
he
signature is worth
dislikes
20.
Mike Barron so much that he would not even CG grade one of his fucking books.
I think somebody said something. Probably Mike just didn't want to go to Texas to sign the books.
That's what Jim's been saying too. But Eric
Is that
signs
you
the
guys-
fucking books.
Here, pull this up real quick.
Eric signs the books, Jay.
Yeah, Eric signs the books.
Yeah. He signs all the books. It's not anybody else.
So yeah, see right here where it's in all these covers, it says with exclusive Mike Barron letter.
Yep.
You know what? Rip-a-marks, rip-a-tards, y'all get what you deserve if you want to keep paying for this. This is just, I'm broken. I can't. Like, now I know how Ethan felt.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Stimulated. I buy a lot of my games when they're on sale on the PlayStation store or the Xbox store, and they're like 70% off on like a spring sale or something. That's when I buy my games.
That's when I do.
Yeah.
And the best looking cover, in my opinion, is this cover right here, written by the guy who did the interior pages. Cover B looks the best in person.
And you can't even wait. It's not. He doesn't even have them singled out where you.
No, I can pull them up.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they're in. Yeah,
they're in there. But I'm just saying, like, and this is the one that was the most expensive one, and I think it looks like the worst.
It's
like
the
I can grab it and show you.
cover,
The foil cover, and it just looks all the same color.
Yeah, I try to buy as much physical as I can, but I just hate going to GameStop now. It's not like the stores are like old Kmart stores. They're just so old and dirty. They're not even a fun place to walk in. 20 years ago, GameStop stores were cool. Now they're just fucking dirty, rundown.
They're like a JC Penney's in the ghetto.
Or the old Kmart before. Remember when Kmart?
Oh yeah,
was like the thing?
yeah, the Kmart outlets.
And then and then Walmart came around. They were cleaning. People were like, well, fuck that Kmart. So I'm gonna go to clean Walmart.
Right.
Now you know why Kmart was smarter than all these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah,
Kmart,
see, this cover looks
Kmart
the
never
best.
went bankrupt because Kmart just closed all their stores and they owned all their property. So they had all that property, prime real estate that they could sell.
All right.
Fucking
I remember
brilliant.
that.
Yep.
Well, as far as
this
ahead,
cover, this is the foil cover. Look at it. It's like
it's garbage.
It doesn't look good at all.
Codebreaker had the same issue, dude. I got all these fucking games and like on Steam, PlayStation, fucking Switch, Xbox, and it's just like I go back to fucking Fallout 3.
And this is Kanan's cover.
I went back to Fallout 4 recently.
The guy's in a wheelchair or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. All right. Yeah, I know you guys might not be wrestling fans, but right now there's a guy.
Jim's a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
He's the artists and the creators are using Eric as a money mark, and Eric is using his fans as his marks.
All right, so I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna do some math here real quick on these totals. So he has sold 94,300 or 434. 94,003. God damn it. Yeah, 434 divided by 3,487. So that's an average price of $28 that he's selling for a magazine. That you get for free, Jay, if you pay for the $5 a month membership to Rip a Zine, to Rip a whatever.
How many of these people are or how many of these people are members?
I think a lot of them are, and they go and they buy these CG rated magazines or the posters to complete their collection. Which collectors are going to collect, dude. You can't hate on the collector aspects of a person's brain. You
collect issues of the stories,
right,
Dave? You don't collect magazines.
There's 12-page stories in every book. There's a new character in every book. This one's named Sash or Sarisi or whatever the fuck her name is.
Sorcy?
Say you're sorry.
Say you don't mean it, baby. Say you're sorry. Oh my God.
You remember this the old school Simpsons episode where they went to the fair and the carnies were there and they see Homer walking and it's like, hey, look at there, and they look at Homer and he's walking and he's like, and all of a sudden he turns into a pigeon and his head's bobbed. Yeah. That's how the artists look at Eric, and or the creators look at Eric. You know, these people who are taking money, and he's how he looks at his fans. It's unreal. Everything that they accuse Comicsgate and Ethan of being, that's what Eric's being. That's what he is.
Hey Jay, one of his next collections, if you don't know, are going to be tank tops. It's going to be a collection for the Rippaverse. The tank top collection.
He stole my idea because I've been trying to get some CG shirt tank tops.
I want someone to make bowling shirts.
Well, I told Malin to make some collared shirts, you know, some polos, and put the godlike logo in the corner, kind of like where the Izod or the polo logo would go on over the chest.
They could make some cool ass bowling shirts with some designs like from Godlike, or
even a good Hawaiian shirt, like a good Hawaiian shirt, right? Either way.
Well, Graham should do that with his characters.
Especially with that fucking Frankenstein shit. Oh my God.
He could do like 4, like Shanu. He could have Joe Frankenstein. He could have he could do a Hawaiian shirt, but with the Alien Alamo.
That'd be cool.
What did he call them? Were they lice? What were they? But they were like lice. That would be cool.
Yeah. I bought that Shanu fucking plushie, dude. That thing
Graham's
cost
cool,
$75 fucking dollars. You think Eric's got compete game? Graham's selling $75 fucking Shanu dolls.
But the Shanu was great. Like it's a great.
The Shanu plushie's fucking big. It ain't little. It's legit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's legit.
I thought about getting it, but I'm like, what do I need a plushie for, man? I'm like, I'll just buy the books. I can store the books a lot easier.
What do I need? Pinball machines. I got them, no.
Yeah. Well, Dave, I got to get out of here. I got to go eat.
Dave's got to go too. So
okay.
No, we got an hour, dude.
No, you don't.
It's not
9 o'clock.
I think he starts at 9 Eastern. Or 9. Shit. Is he on now? Why is he in my chat if he's on?
Let's see here. I think he just started. Let me look.
Did he?
Yeah, I see the link here. He posted the link on Twitter. Is that him?
But he's not live yet.
Oh no, that's different. That's
he starts at 9. He starts at 9 Central. So
you got an hour. So
got an hour.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought it was 9 Eastern.
9 o'clock. Better get here quick because this fucking chicken cock double oak is fucking delicious. So it's okay. We got
another hour.
We got 10 minutes of this. Hey Jay, thanks
for having me.
It's been a while since we talked.
Oh yeah.
Please, come around more often if you feel like it.
Just send me the link. I can't promise anything. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And,
you like conspiracy theories?
Oh gosh, no. I'm not gonna get listen, this Ripazine thing that you just showed me rocked my world. I feel like I've been in a 12-round fight.
Well, you didn't even get the
No. I don't know.
Private investigation has changed. Infidelity, background checks. With today's tech, there's no clientele in that anymore, which only leaves the more risky jobs, where snooping around can be fatal. I can hold my own, but a gal can't be an idealist in this business. That'll get you killed. Only a few of us have the LF certification in Flores Park. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever run into the others. But
so the LF is the other people. That's the what's his name? Salvage IP. He's
right. So he's had 2 Ripazines, Jay, and both characters are PIs. Okay. So, but what I want to pause it for is they are mispronouncing Florist Park. It's one fucking word. It's Florist Park. You have to have it as two words to be Florist Park. It can't be one word and say Florist Park.
Whoa,
I thought they were. Yeah, I thought it was like kind of like, you know, the Allspark from Transformers. Maybe it was Floor Spark. Like maybe a spark
she
on the
just
floor.
Said, hit your J button. She just said Florist Park.
Okay. Well, they need to put a Floor Spark.
Right. That's
I
what it
can
is.
hold my own, but a gal can't be an idealist in this business. That'll get you killed. Only a few of us have the LF certification in Flores Park.
Yeah, 2 words.
See? Florist Park. It's 2 fucking words, dude. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Floors Park. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand. Honestly,
how many different versions of the same character did we just see in the first 30 seconds?
There was a
We
couple,
saw at
but
least 4 different versions of the same character.
Is that salvage IP?
I don't know. I don't fucking pay attention to that bullshit.
Woden shot right there. That's Woden shot.
I see him there. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right, Crazy Cat. Crazy Cat's the only sane person in the chat. Keep me grounded, Crazy Cat. Go ahead, replay this.
Fidelity.
I gotta run.
Background
Thanks,
checks.
Jay. See you later, buddy.
With today.
Talk to you later, bud. Appreciate it.
Tech.
All right.
There's no clientele in that anymore, which only leaves the more.
One.
I don't know. This art doesn't look too bad to me, though. I mean, it looks good. It looks all right. I mean, I don't like the way they drew this woman, making her super muscular and all that. I think
Right. She looks like a dude.
Yeah.
But there's some definition, I guess. I guess the shadowing looks okay, except for like you see the nose. You see the nose shadow, Jim?
Yeah.
Why is the why is the shadow on the hair going to the left, but on the nose the shadow's to the right? I don't understand. This is what, and Nick brought this up in Ice on One. Like the lighting never makes sense. Like the shadowing's always a little fucking weird. It's like they just got to draw dashes everywhere just to make it look like it's art for some reason. And what's this shit between her eyes? Why is that thing going? What's that going up? What's going up? Is there a light?
That looks like a shadow going up. I don't know.
From what though? What
I don't
is?
know.
What's giving that shadow? Her
Maybe
hairy
that's
fucking lip.
I don't know.
It's I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It's like the one side looks like really strong cheekbones and stuff.
Do you think they drew this ceiling? It's perfectly symmetrical. Do you think they drew that?
I don't care.
No, I know you don't care, but that's the question people always ask. That's just that's just boxes you can probably make with some kind of paint or something. You know what I mean? Like even a ruler. You just ruler it out
or something. It's not that. It's not that hard to draw straight lines. I don't know. I don't know all that stuff about vanishing points and shit. I don't know that shit.
Right.
Risky jobs, where snooping around can be.
But see, this looks like a different person.
That's what I'm saying. That's character number 2. Like, is this another version of her, or is this who they're going after? Like, they're trying to save her. I don't know. I'm not going to ever buy it, so I don't give a fuck. You didn't buy this, did you, Jim?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Well, no, thank you. Don't do this. Don't do this to yourself.
Be fatal. I can hold my own, but again.
Is that her?
I think so, but why is the...
Look how small her nose is here compared to her other nose. Like, the profile doesn't look at all like the front. It's weird. At least she doesn't have the fucking stupid lesbian haircut with one side of her head shaved.
Gal can't be an idealist.
See, now the nose... See, that bottom one, the nose looks good.
It's a different nose than before. It's just whatever. You know, there's 45 different people drawing the face, so
in this business.
She doesn't look too muscular there, actually.
That'll get you killed. Only a few of us have the LF certification.
I like look at how they got the computer with a pear on it instead of an apple.
just like every fucking show that's ever had an Apple does. They put a pear on their fucking computer. Oh, we got a $5 from Jin Wong, 5 Australian. Let me pull that up. Oi, I'm sane too, I think. Looks like Eric is pumping at characters and IP, hoping one of them will be picked up for TV. It's a chum bucket. Yes, like Jin Wong, that is so true, man. Hey, by the way, I hope your book sold well that you came on that night and talked about. I hope it made some sales for you and the people you did it for. Yeah, so thanks again for the 5, Jin Wong. Go ahead, Jim.
What? How do I keep getting my camera keeps moving?
In Flores Park. Sometimes I
You
wonder
kinda need
if
your camera
I'll
to
ever
follow you.
run into the others. But with my luck, we'll be forced.
That's a completely different nose again.
Look at the eyes. Look at everything. Nothing.
This one looks like a Chinese woman. Look at those biceps. She's ripped. All right. Do you know what gun that is?
I don't know. Is it a fucking Browning? What is it?
It's a Browning.
Yeah.
It looks like an FN high power or a Browning high power.
Yeah.
To meet at opposite ends of the same gig.
That's 3 different
Wouldn't
pictures.
that be fun?
Oh, it'd be
The
fun.
pre-order collection for Ripazine issue 2 is
Not
now
one.
live. It features the first appearance of Saoirse.
What?
Saoirse.
I got to hear that again.
Hit J once.
The pre-order collection for Ripazine issue 2 is now live. It features the first appearance of Saoirse, a 16-page short story by Eric July and Caden White.
Are we kidding? Are we kidding here? Like, is this for real? So Eric's gone from writing the books to writing 16-page shorts. Woof. Man, chat. Run out and spend your hard-earned money. $140 if you want it CG rated.
A south of the border Panda, a CZ75 is a copy of a Browning high power, just so you know.
South of the border Panda. Oh, looks like it's okay. Hope you got permission from the manufacturer to bring in that asset, Jim. Like the rat pink, right? All right. So that really kind of is a nothing burger, whole the rat pink thing, right? Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, people are saying it is. I don't know.
I don't know enough about copyright law.
Yeah, me neither.
I just think that maybe he could have just drew something that wasn't so close.
But even on the, oh wait, come back to my page for a second.
But you removed it.
Why did you remove it?
You removed it.
I mean, if you look at this person here and this person here on these 2 covers, they're 2 different people.
Well, look at the poster.
Okay, so they're 3 different people.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Go down to each eco. Saoirse. I don't know what the
Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Hershey. She has the
So-
Hershey squirts. The Saoirse squirts.
The Saoirse. Wow.
Or Saoirse.
Saoirse. Every time Imagine, chat. We've talked about this, at least 25 times. Was how cute Yaira was in the beginning when ISOM came out. Now she's just some man beast that just talks with a terrible accent. Totally, totally different than anything that I ever thought that character would be. So,
oh my God, Dave! President Donald John Trump in the chat saying, "Hello, my fellow Americans."
Hello, brother. Oh man, Jim, I got to buy you that T-shirt still.
Don't worry about it.
Well, you won't send me your address, so I could send it to your boat. I'm sure your boat has an address.
They'll have to get me by drone and drop it off.
Hey, Mr. Trump, are you threatened by Kamala? Is Kamala a threat or not? If this was the real President Donald J. Trump, that'd be more convincing, right, Jim?
It would be. It would be.
But
it would be.
Yeah,
Wait,
Hulk
we have something special for the president since he's here.
Hulk was awesome.
Hey, pull up my video I just shared for the president.
Oh yes, Mr. President, here you go. This how much Jim and I love you. I didn't make it, Jim did. You see your fat Secret Service agent who's lower than you? She should be fired now. Your head should be protected. You should have made him put his head down no matter what. Donald loves it. He says beautiful. Let's hear it for Mr. Donald Trump. Isn't he like a billionaire? Think he could super chat 1 million, Jim, to keep the channel going?
He could.
$1 million.
He could help me get a bigger boat.
What's like a million Filipino friends or something? It's like $10. Man, when I hear currency from other countries, I'm like, really? 30,000 yen is like $8? What the fuck? She's kicking rocks now. It's about time. I don't even know how she made it on your team. I know you don't have a choice, but I know you don't like fat chicks. You could have said, hey, no fat chicks. Actual fandom is here. He says, I'm the ghost of the real Ronald Reagan.
The one that you mean after he died when he got shot and they replaced him with the robot, or?
So, Jim, would you prefer Reagan or Trump?
Trump.
Really?
Yep.
But we tore down that wall.
They were going to tear down that wall anyway. They tore down the wall because they ran out of fucking money. It was going to happen regardless.
No fatties or uglies. Yes, for sure. That was a wild day for you, Mr. President Trump, but it was the greatest photo op in history. The greatest. Just amazing how the next day our current president was fighting COVID and he was going to be as strong as you as if he survived. That's how rotten our media is to our American public. So, but I'll tell you who's got it worse is the Brits. That fucking media is terrible. Terrible.
I don't understand what this is.
With a flourishing tech industry, such as Projexis and Goodyeing, spelled incorrectly, Industries, a vibrant downtown, and presumably some rundown sections. There was also a new development, Excepts. That's what Eric calls the superhumans he created. They're not superheroes. Perhaps that term died with the United States. Some Excepts did good, others not so much. I swear to God, he's fucking with them. Perhaps that term died with the United States. That's sarcastic. I know a real sarcastic fucker when I read one. Isom was the first among them. His real name is Avery Silman, and he has a past. They all have pasts. To which Eric hinted in the first 2 issues. He fanned his characters like a poker player with a winning hand. Aside from Isom, there was Alpha Core, the first Except team-up group, Darren Fontano, an old friend of Avery's and a nightclub owner, the mysterious Yaira, an even more mysterious Bloodruth who rides around on a dragon, and of course the tech genius Goodyeing. I saw my old pal Chuck writing a new book. I called Eric up and asked if I could write for the Rippaverse, and he said yes. He asked me to write. This is like it's like old retiring comic book welfare. These guys just hit him up like Social Security. He asked me to write a book about Goodyeing. He didn't have a first name, so I called him Cato, who composed the first history of Rome. Cato was for pointing to another nation posed to wipe Rome off the map. Carthage must be destroyed, he told the Roman Senate over and over again. They failed to destroy Carthage, so Hannibal brought Carthage to them. Whew, okay. Gooding, the polymath, traces the visionary's life from grade school through high school, college, his first gig at a big tech firm, and finally busting loose from the controls of others to founding his own business. I also trace the progress of the man who would become his nemesis, Ronald Hodges, a high school bully who embarks on a path to reinvent himself as the master criminal Splatterpuss.
Can I make the point that this comes before the comic, right?
No, this is the comic. The comic is him being a little boy.
But I'm saying, so before you read the
you
story,
read this shit. Yeah.
you read this.
Yeah.
Where he explains what's going to happen in the story.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that?
Because Eric makes people do this.
But that's insane, right? Like that would be like going into Star Wars and like the opening crawl says, in this movie, he's going to find out Darth Vader's his father.
Yeah.
You know?
And he goes to Dagobah to meet Yoda.
The forward for the book usually
and George Lucas wanted it to
doesn't
be a lizard.
summarize what the plot of the book is going to be.
Because he had to fill space, I guess. My editors, the movie-making Saska sisters, approved. Eric encouraged me to think up more characters, so I did. I wish I could tell you about them, but those damn NDAs, oh, God, man. Happy to be here. Grateful for the opportunity. Mike Barron.
Did he, like, not want to write this?
No one would ever want to work for Eric. No one would ever want to write
but again,
for this stupid universe.
If I'm Eric and I'm like, you know, not a dummy, and Mike Barron goes, here's my forward, I go, well, he just kind of told everybody what's going to happen in the comics, so you can get rid of that part. Like the part where his high school bully is going to become a villain. That seems like that could be like a cool reveal for later. Yeah, why is he called Splatterpuss? no male villains should be puss of any sort.
Splatterpuss?
I'm like, okay, is it a lady who like shoots fucking goo out her vajayjay? Apparently not. I can't wrap my head around it. See, like there's stupid, and then there's stupid on a level of like I can't fucking comprehend it. And it's just like that's the Rippaverse where I go, did he put the poster backwards to break my brain?
That's why I'm telling people. That's why I haven't been telling people to report him to the Ed fucking thing agency or whatever it was.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Did he put the poster backwards? Is it gonna be one of those things where he goes, "Oh, I knew if I put that poster backwards, all you dummies would jump over yourselves to." Yeah, because I don't get it. It's just
because it's backwards. It's actually a mirror that
it's kind of like Jim, where what's the shirt he made about 3D assets, right? Like he's just doing this thing where he can he knows people will call out the art, so why not put this shit in there just to see how stupid people get over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's maybe they're right. Maybe he's doing this shit on purpose just to get people agitated enough to go crazy when it really means nothing.
it's right in the right spot to reflect the poster that's
It's
on
such
the
an
other
easy
wall.
fix. You just one person reads the comic once, and you go, yeah, I had a couple notes. Just flip that poster so it's facing the right way. Anyway. Maybe no, but the other he has people in the company who can read the comic. He can everybody in the company goes, hey, everybody go through it. Just proofread it. We need one proofread, and we wanted to make sure we catch any mistakes.
Athena.
Yeah,
Out of
Eric is
Zeus's skull.
Eric is every Greek god for some reason.
The lady ones though.
I mean,
He's Athena.
Maybe Mike Barron's a genius, and he goes, "This is going to get me another book." If Eric loves having his
He's
ego.
Athena and Electra.
I'm sure Eric loves
and-
having his ego stroked by all these comics guys.
all these old white guys.
Yeah.
Probably fucks his wife. He's like, yeah, baby, this old
Today,
this-
Mike Barron,
he told me I'm
Punisher writer
Athena.
Mike Barron told me it's like a shot out of Zeus's
shot out of
fucking
Zeus's
head,
skull.
man.
Talk about
A
Hephaestus.
shot out of Zeus's
Hephaestus.
skull.
Yeah.
He said
I think that's a kind
and then
of
he said
call.
we got to do something
Like
about
God,
fucking
Phoebus.
Carthage, and I fucking hate Carthage.
Yeah,
man.
Hannibal. Like
I
from
don't-
the
All right, Jim, what do you got here, buddy?
Okay. This is just a post that if you look, Adam Krigler posted it. This is Kamal's team is sending out, there's all this people saying Kamal's got all the support. They're sending this out to people, telling them to put a video or, 4 years ago we stood together as one nation to declare we did it, Joe. Now's the time has come to voice our support for Kamala Harris. Share your reason for supporting her in a series of 3 posts online. And they will pay you $250.
What?
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
I don't think it's legal. But then again, I don't know.
That's
So they're
fucking
offering
wild.
people probably depending on how many followers you have and stuff like that, they're paying certain amounts of money.
That's fucking wild, man.
The campaign requires 3 posts.
How did they get the number, Jim? Hit the question mark.
This is just a screenshot. This isn't the actual post.
Oh, okay. Again, though, like, is it real? Like, I don't know. Like, is
Looks
there
real enough to me.
Yes, I get it. But paying for votes is highly illegal. Uh,
Oh wait, what's this?
is this a faggot from Minnesota?
Yeah.
The goddamn socialist pig.
And just like Wisconsin, over in Minnesota, we believe in the Second Amendment, but we also believe in common sense gun violence laws.
That's a lie, Jim. There's no common sense gun laws.
And just so you know, when I was in Congress, I was the top gun at the trap shoot 3 years in a row. I can outshoot them, too. I can outshoot these guys.
Wait, so what is he saying? He's going to shoot Trump?
Well, maybe he shot the guy at the softball field that day. I'll be right back. Go ahead and play something else.
Okay.
Jim, no dead time.
What's up, chat? Oh, let's see. What's this?
To cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
What the fuck? I was
tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare.
Fucking whatever. Guess Kamala says when she's president, she's going to bring down prices. I wonder how she plans on doing that.
Is she complaining about billionaires now, Jim?
Oh yeah, of course. That's their whole
Bring
thing.
down prices. I will take things like groceries are still too high. You know
It's your
and I
fault.
know. You know, when I was Attorney General, I went after price fixing schemes.
Sure you did.
And when I am president, it will be a day one priority to fight to bring down prices. I will take on big corporations that engage.
So it's the corporation's fault that there's inflation?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they not remember what happened the last time we had a president that tried to do price controls? I think there was this thing. Let me see. Oh yeah, the fucking depression.
Yeah.
Illegal price gouging. I will take on corporate landlords that unfairly raise rents on working families. I will take on.
Wait, so they think the only people who have to pay higher rents are working families? What about the people that are on fixed income, the retirees that are getting fucked?
Well, they'll just have to move them into HUD housing, Jim. They had to give up their nice condo with their overpriced fucking what do they call that? Their fees every month when you live in Florida. Ugh.
Association fees.
Yeah. My mother-in-law pays like $800 a month for a condo in Fort Lauderdale for association fees. It's what the fuck? I don't understand it. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I don't have any other videos here. I do have a great video though. It's not Theory Thursday, but
Well, that's why
Flight MH370, they're saying went down using Nazi technology. Do you want to check it out? Because, you know, it's kind of interesting. And it's only 8 minutes long, so it's not long. And the guy that's talking looks really serious, Jim. Like he's like, you're supposed to believe it. You want to check it out?
I have a clip here that our good friend Liquid Blake sent about the since we were talking about fights and people getting beat, it's only fair if we pick on the Australians a little, I guess, is what he wants us to do. So
oh yeah, sure.
Let me pull this up here. It's something, the 2005 Cronulla riots, I think it says.
Cronulla riots.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Why are you mute? Oh, is it the song?
Worried about the music.
December 2005. Nearby Cronulla Beach exploded onto newspapers around the world, courtesy
Crowe.
of a shameful exchange between the local surf community and Sydney's local.
Oh, that is Russell Crowe, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Russell Crowe.
Oh, was he there beating people?
Maybe he was in shape in 2005. Andrew Campbell says a mate of his was there. Huh. Yeah.
We already did the solar flare stuff, Andrew. Where were you?
Yeah, you missed it. We did a whole 3-minute video on solar flare activity for the day. Let's hear Russell narrate.
Lebanese community. With police moving in to enforce a lockdown of Cronulla, convoys of youth from Sydney's inner suburbs staged retaliatory attacks on the surf community.
All St George Highway Patrol OSC cars deploy to Maroubra ASAP, please. So I think we might need some help here.
Maroubra Beach, although not part of the incident at Cronulla, was the target. With word of the reprisal attack circulating around the beach, the Bra Boys gathered to defend the area.
We only had a couple of minutes to prepare for the attack. We started getting calls that there was 150 armed.
Was this about immigration stuff, Dan? Was this? Were they upset about immigration into Australia? Is that why they were rioting?
I thought I heard him say something about Lebanese.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay. Because that's what it's about in Britain right now is the fucking stabbings and shit of people, and they're like they're having riots and they're arresting all the white people, but all of the other classifications of people that have riots, they just let it happen. So whatever. Go ahead and play.
Men heading our way, smashing everything in their paths.
They just ran down the hill, a whole bunch of them, you know. Frog got to them first and said, fucking, take it easy, guys. And they just fucking battered him down.
He just went straight at him. He was the first guy to reach the whole gang. Next fired up was a wave of the fucking jiu-jitsu party, Sonny and that. Come up behind him. By the time they got there, fucking Frog was getting pumped.
Fucking what, 100 of them?
Spot their eyes. Mate, fucking nothing.
And then it just got into a running race, you know. They took off up the hill. The boys chased after him, caught up with a couple of them, and then, you know, they pretty much drove off. But fuck, they left a path of destruction.
The following day, with sensational media reporting about a race war between Anglo-Australians and Lebanese Australians, the Bra Boys used their association with migrant communities to work behind the scenes to help broker a peace deal between the warring factions.
Maroubra's had a very good relationship with the local Lebanese community here for around 10 years. We're calling for calm on the beaches.
And we've never ever backed these things against the Lebanese community. Never. We never have and we never will.
Was it true the Bra Boys were involved in protecting the police last night?
We don't protect police, full stop.
It was a defining moment for the Bra Boys, so often criticised for their antisocial behaviour and running battle with authorities. There was some confusion about their role as peacemaker.
We called for peace in the race riots because, number one, we had nothing to do with what happened at Cronulla. Number two, we've got one of the most multicultural beaches in Australia. And number three, if one of the kids from here were killed, it would have spiralled out of control and it would have been very hard to stop. But you know, the ironic thing was that half the people who defended the beach that night were ethnic, and 3 of them couldn't even speak English.
Okay. Well, how do you feel now?
Who, me?
No, these guys.
Well, because it didn't change anything, did it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's worse now.
Well, it's happening around. No,
you know, they're so proud of their multicultural beach. How's it working now when they're raping your women?
Graping.
That's what I said. Grapes.
Oh,
I got grapes in the fridge.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
sour grapes.
So, like, they're like, if you listen to the Prime Minister of England, they're saying that they're bussing them in, Jim. You know, like we say with Antifa riots, like they bus them in or whatever. Whatever, dude. When 3 young girls get stabbed and they lie for days about who committed the crime because they're trying not to make a certain race of people look bad, you're going to piss off a lot of people. Certain section of the well, you know, there's always the immigrants that don't want to assimilate, right? And they make life hell in your community because they want to bring their culture to your world, and they don't want to assimilate to your culture, Jim. That's a problem. It seriously is a problem across the country. So across the fucking planet. The only place people aren't migrating is Russia, Africa, South America, Jim. They're all fleeing those places, right?
Yeah.
You know why? Because they have good border laws. They don't let anybody in. Isn't it like Czechoslovakia? Don't they have like some of the strictest borders up there in Eastern Europe? Hello.
What are you talking about?
Czechoslovakia. Don't they have some of the strongest border laws?
No, I think Hungary does, and Poland. Not sure about Czechoslovakia. Some of the country, but then if they have strong borders, they accuse them of being xenophobic and shit. So can't win. We can't win.
Yeah, there's no winning in this. Well, I'd rather be accused of being xenophobic and saving my culture as a country. Wouldn't you? Huh?
Maybe.
Maybe. Jeez. You think it's okay to just have your culture overran?
No. Just saying.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
You're tired, ain't you?
No, I'm not tired. I'm just.
We can't fix it.
I don't know what can fix it. I really don't.
Well,
I took a large black pill today.
Did it feel
See
good?
anything getting. No, it's a metaphor. I don't see anything getting better.
I meant that as a metaphor. Like, does it like feel good to come to that realization? Like, fuck, this is not getting better. It's getting worse.
No, it's disheartening. It's
If they get Kamala in, do you think they're going to go crazy trying to pass Second Amendment shit and have to get it cut down by the Supreme Court for years going on?
I don't, who knows? Well, if they get Kamala in, they'll probably stack the court, and then by the time it gets there, they'll say, "Oh, that's fine." They'll say Second Amendment doesn't mean anything. They'll get rid of some. I mean, Clarence Thomas is pretty old. Alito's pretty old.
Dude, that's why God, we got to get Trump back in there because a lot of these old guys might retire out of respect for Trump just so that he can get more people in before his term is up. Who knows, right? I mean, Ginsburg shouldn't have been there as long as she was.
No, that's the thing. Is they some people refuse to get out. They don't want to give it up.
Yeah. All right, so let's check out this flight, Jim. And you see how serious he is? He's a Rumble presenter, by the way. His name is The People's Voice. He's got 79,000 followers on Rumble. Let's check out what he says, because he said that MH370 was taken down by Nazi technology. There's a leaked.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Oh, fuck. I got this shit muted. All right, let me rewind it.
It has been described as the greatest mystery in aviation history. When Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared on March the 8th, 2014, the entire world was fascinated by how a Boeing 777...
All right. What accent is that, Jim?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that an Australian accent, chat? Or is that it doesn't sound British. Is it New Zealand? I mean, I don't know. What kind of accent is that? Who did it? Yeah, like, no, not Australian. All right. No, not New Zealand. It's a weird accent.
777 airliner with 239 people on board could possibly go missing without a trace. 9 years later, the official narrative
maybe it is British.
Hasn't changed. Apparently, we're supposed to believe that in this day and age, with high-tech surveillance monitoring our every move and satellites scouring every inch of the globe at all times, a Boeing 777 can simply disappear off the face of the Earth. As usual, the mainstream media has been complicit in covering up the truth about an event that threatens to expose the secrets of the elite. What if I told you that video images from 3 advanced US military surveillance cameras captured exactly what happened to MH370? And what if I told you there's a very good reason why the elite didn't want the truth about the ill-fated flight to ever see the light of day?
The elite? The elite are protecting us from this, Jim? Wow.
Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the People's Voice in what we do. Published on YouTube, the extent of the cover-up and what it reveals, we need to go back to the very start. 9 weeks after MH370 disappeared into thin air, a leaked video was published on YouTube by a third party, who claims to have received it a few days after the plane disappeared. The video shows what appears to be a Boeing 777 type airliner on fire, being trailed by 3 spiraling orbs. After a few seconds, the orbs change to a vertical pattern and disappear within the airliner in a flash, leaving nothing but a trail of smoke in the sky. On June the 12th, a second video was published to the same channel, showing the same mysterious event, but from a second viewpoint. Few people who saw these videos at the time had...
These are military videos, Jim? Is that what he said?
Yeah. So I guess the reason Kamala had this packed thing in Wisconsin today is they told everyone that Taylor Swift was going to perform a free concert there. And so all these people showed up.
You know, they've canceled 3 Taylor Swift concerts in Austria.
Yeah.
Because of terrorist attacks or terrorist threats.
Whatever.
Not whatever, dude. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck these assholes.
Any understanding of what they were witnessing, but the powers that be understood it all too well. These videos were quickly deleted from YouTube, but can still be found on archive.org. Ashton Forbes and his team have been researching these videos extensively and have provided forensic evidence that these videos are legitimate, including digital forensic verified by CGI professionals, eyewitnesses, and government data. Forbes and his team have successfully addressed any and all debunking claims and have listed them for all to see on x.com at JustXAshton. This research is rock solid, and the conclusions that can be drawn from it are eye-opening to say the least. The first leaked video was taken from a pair of American Signals intelligence satellites known as USA 229. These twin satellites are capable of creating 3D stereoscopic images by capturing 2 slightly different views. Forbes' team have proven that the twin USA 229 satellites were logged in at the exact location, time, and apparent angle required to have captured.
I didn't realize they shot video all the time, though, Jim. These satellites are just shooting video all the time?
I don't know.
Now, we're going to end it in about 15. And we talked about Eric. We talked about Matt. We talked about Kamala. And I just thought, this isn't woo-woo stuff. It is kind of woo-woo because nobody knows what happened to the plane, Jim.
Well, is this real? Is this real that this is really, really real that there was 3 things flying around the plane?
Well, that's what they're showing. Well, that's like the.
I mean, because if this is really real, this is some weird shit. This is like either aliens or interdimensional bullshit, or.
But it's like the thing with the Navy pilot who saw that you know, they film that orbs or those orbs going super fast. They're kind of acting like this, right? Like little beacons going super fast, surrounding this plane. Now they didn't get close to the Navy fighters, but yeah.
Captured the video. The event occurred at around 2:30 in the morning. It was completely dark. The wavelengths you can see that were captured by these cameras offer detail, and the stereoscopic effect allows for added depth perception. The source of the second video has been identified as an MQ-1C Grey Eagle unmanned combat drone with infrared and thermal technology. The video focuses on the heat signature. So, where did all these videos come from? Who leaked them?
And why were they focused on that fucking plane?
I don't know. It
That's
seems weird.
Yeah, what the
Seems
fuck?
odd.
Yeah, why are they focused on a plane, a red eye from Malaysia to I don't even remember where they were going, but why are 2 US satellites and why is a drone flying around at 2:30 in the morning?
In the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
And what were they hoping to achieve? Let's just say that the global elite have more in common with the Nazi regime than we even realized. But first, an important word from our sponsor.
Oh,
The
fuck.
manufactured energy crisis percent currents really helped reduce it off. He was accused of being also get a 60-day money-back guarantee. The man responsible for leaking these videos appears to be Lieutenant Commander Edward Lin. He was accused of being a spy, but court transcripts suggest that this was just spin to deflect attention away from the real crime being covered up by the elite. The details of Lin's supposed crimes, including the time and place they...
So, pay grade 04, violation of the United or UCMJ, Article 92, specification violation of a lawful general code, and that the U.S. Naval Commander Patrol and Reconnaissance Group on active duty did at or near, on or about, fail to obey a lawful general order to wit, blah, 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 dated June 2006. 2006? I thought this happened in 2014.
I don't know. But
hey,
the Foo Fighters that they used to talk about during World War II they didn't just see them in Germany, they saw them in all over the place that they would call Foo Fighters, which I don't know. I mean,
right. Oh yeah, everybody's a Yahtzee crazy cat. You know,
trying to
there's
keep
1,000 people
the
at
Nazis, though.
There's 1,000 people at a fucking protest, and there's two guys, you know, with a swastika on, and it's white power.
They supposedly happened are completely redacted. But we do know some details from his trial, and these details suggest Lin is indeed the man responsible for leaking information about the most monumental aviation crime in history. We know from Lin's trial that the classified information in question was published on the internet. And we also know that Lieutenant Commander had full security clearance to the exact same technology used to capture these videos. The coincidences are just too big to ignore. So when all of the information is pieced together, what do we have? What happened to MH370? And just as importantly, why did it happen? Using Inmarsat satellite pings and military radar to track its path and eyewitness testimony to verify, Forbes put together the final doomed flight path of MH370. On March the 7th, at 1642 UTC, Flight 370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. At 1721, the plane abruptly turned back towards the nearest airport in Penang, Malaysia. A witness on an oil rig reported the plane was on fire. Several witnesses along the East Coast also reported hearing.
That's weird, though. Why didn't the pilot call it in? Like the last pilot,
Maybe they had some
the last
kind
thing
of...
the pilot says was, all right, good night. That's the last thing he says. When he
Maybe
gets out
something
of...
happened. They had some kind of fire. I mean, it's possible. See, if a plane, if it's up that high and they lose like their oxygen, their system for oxygen.
Oh, they just pass out.
Everyone passes out. You know,
Yeah.
and so it's possible everybody just died and the plane was just coasting until it ran out of gas or something happened. And I don't know.
Hearing a loud bang and seeing a glow coming from the plane as it passed overhead. At 1752, the pilot's mobile phone pinged the local tower. At 1840, an eyewitness on a boat reported that the plane was glowing orange and appeared to be on fire. The Inmarsat ping data shows the same sharp left turn that we see in the videos. And then it abruptly goes to 0 as the plane disappears. Chinese satellite images released by the CCP also show what appears to be 3 orbs. The Chinese first claimed that this was debris. Later, they said releasing the image was a big mistake. There are all sorts of theories for what could have happened to MH370, but none of them can explain the fact that 3 different advanced US military surveillance cameras captured this one event. This is where the story becomes really disturbing. 23 of the passengers on board were related to Freescale Semiconductors, a company leading in the development of superconductor technology, which is exactly what this incident appears to be. This is reminiscent of what the Nazis were doing with their highly classified Die Glock project. Dubbed wonder weapons at the time, luminous objects like this were first reported in May of 1940.
There you go, Jen.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters. Yeah. So they're saying 23 passengers on that flight worked for a semiconductor company? Okay. Interesting.
As Germany invaded Belgium. By 1942, many people began reporting them, starting in the skies over Germany. American pilots were familiar with seeing the spiraling glowing orbs in the skies and called them Foo Fighters. What were the Foo Fighters the Nazis were working on? According to declassified documents, it was some kind of superconductor targeting system for teleportation. Next level Nazi warfare that's been continued by the global elites. And let's not forget Gary McKinnon, who in 2002 was accused of perpetrating the biggest military computer hack of all time.
Do you know him, Jim?
No.
I don't know that name either.
McKinnon was accused of hacking into 97 American military and NASA computers over a 13-month period.
What the fuck is up with that burst at the end of that video? That's wild. Is it like just exploding? Is that what that is? Like,
well, I could be an explosion. I think they're saying it's some kind of energy, like some kind of portal or something.
Solar flares got them, Jim. Those, if they would have listened to the solar flare report that
But,
morning,
I mean, they've never found any wreckage from this plane, right?
They claim they have on beaches like some of the islands way out there in the middle of nowhere. They claim it like they had never found any footage, Jim. And this one guy, he does all this stuff, and he's just some guy from America. And next thing you know, the first day he's on the beach, he finds wreckage. So it seems really sketchy.
Kind of like finding passports completely undamaged on the ground in New York after 9/11 of the guy supposedly hijacked. Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of like that. And this guy kept going from small island to small island and finding wreckage. So it's bullshit.
And he claims to have seen evidence of an advanced off-world military fleet. They say that military technology is always 10 years ahead of what they allow the public to know. In this case, the Nazi technology appears to be decades ahead. Here are the people's voice. We're determined to continue exposing the elites, but we need your help. Visit collective.thepeoples.
Oh, it says this is a plot asking for money. We need your help. Give us money so we can expose these people, but we'll never expose them because we need more money, so keep giving us money. Anyway.
Well, isn't what the Fellowship does? Because we won the battle, but it's a long war, Jim.
It's a long war.
It's a long war, guys. You know, the war is going to go on and on and on. And then it's going to go on some more, but we're going to keep winning small battles.
Well, you got to jump off, right?
In about 5 minutes.
I got to take this dog out.
What? Who let the dogs out? Hoof, hoof, hoof. Yeah, I don't know, man. How long does it take you to take the dog out?
2 minutes.
All right, I'll be around.
All right.
I'll talk to the chat. The chat's
All right,
always
do
got
that.
something to say. These people are bananas, says Julio. Well, the bananas part about the flight, though, is that it just fucking disappeared. It wasn't like it was a 777 and it's just gone. I watched a documentary about it about a month ago. I was like, you know, they tried to blame the pilot, like the pilot, you know, was just some lunatic and he just decided that he's just gonna fly the plane around until it runs out of fucking gas. Okay. He never had any record of being a nut job. He never did anything to give the company reason to think that he was crazy. But all of a sudden he goes on and he's made this flight, many times. He's like one of their go-to guys for these Friday night or these red eye flights. And it's a typical night. And all of a sudden, hey, what's up, Elemental MJ? I hope you got my DM today. There's like from last night's stream. There is one section I would like to make a video of where Matt Barr was a communist. And I hope you saw that. If that was a case of co-pilot. Well, remember, Andrew, the doors are locked. And let's say he was nuts and he was able to, get the other co-pilot and maybe do they even have navigators on flights anymore? But just the co-pilot and throw a fucking roofie in his drink or something, and knock him out. Maybe. And they tried to say in the documentary, Andrew, that he made that turn, like 100-degree turn backwards, and nobody on the plane fucking noticed. Give me a fucking break. I don't believe that. So I don't know about that. So it's a wild, wild thing, and it didn't affect me at all. But these flights disappearing, it's like the Bermuda Triangle. All those flights that have gone missing, all those planes have gone missing. And then they try to claim that it's not a real anomaly. I believe it is. Now, I don't know if it's a magnetic thing and these planes lose, they lose their ability to navigate anymore or whatever it is. But there is something out there affecting these flights in certain spots. But didn't they shoot down a plane? The Russians, they shot down a Malaysian airplane one time. Thought they shot down a Malaysian flight, or maybe it was from Europe, like a Danish airliner or something like that. They shot down a plane, quote unquote, on accident. So I don't know. It's all wild stuff to me. Or it just could be the pilot went fucking nuts and they say what he said he did. I don't know either shit, man. It's like, hey, Julio, thanks for the 10, buddy. How are you doing tonight, sir? Finish your D&D section. Hope you had a good time with the kiddos playing some online D&D. No, it's I think it's probably 2 hours and 50 or 3 hours into the stream where Matt starts talking about his communist ways of doing his art for other creatives. So that's what that's about, Elemental. But either way, Salty and Savage do a show every week. Tonight is their 20th episode. They invited me on as a guest. As soon as this stream ends, anybody here is going to be redirected there. If you could show up, show Salty and Savage some love by, going in the stream, just making their night, getting some people in there and having a good time with them for a little while. It'll be good. Those guys are really good. Salty's a good creative guy with Silence Do Good. His comic book, Silence Do Good 2, is out. He's working on his book number 3 so that he can sell it as a 3-book set. That'll be cool. His art's really fun. The story's really easy to read. It's basically a young Benjamin Franklin, and he's doing time travel stuff. So I know Jim's not back, but I told Salty I'd be there at 9. So we are going to end the stream. I will present the outro, but I'll play it quickly. We'll just do like a minute or so of it. and we will see you guys over at Salty and Savage. So I want to thank Jim. I want to thank Jay Bama for being here. I appreciate it.